yeah. Kyle was telling me a story on why he was late, and it made me late.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
Is that a new shirt?
You know what's funny is this is a project drop that went out to the Dynasty Champions Club members and to us,
Nice.
the Dynasty guys.
The
And
color looks better almost there than here.
I look good right here.
Yeah.
Right here, not so much. It's the filter. It's the Facetune filter.
Yeah.
Dude, I am popping.
Yeah, the camera looks nice.
Maybe it's like where we put it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen, you guys, we're getting better every single week with your help and support. So we thank you guys for tuning in every single Tuesday at 4 p.m. For like 2 hours. Like I said, you guys are here watching a very like a C-grade Hollywood film. Sometimes on VHS, right? And you know, we really appreciate everybody's support and the support of our fans. You know, Doc, you're the man, dude. He's on it. And then everybody else, you know, if you guys are just tuning in, we thank you. X-Ball Podcast. I think you guys are coming all the way from Iran. So thanks for being out there. Everybody's internationally. Everybody whose name is in green, you guys are members of the channel. And we appreciate all that support as well. Because, you know, without you guys, we wouldn't be able to look as pretty every single day.
How do you get that name with no name?
I don't know. People know how to hack the system, and I don't know how to hack the system. You know that.
Look at that.
You know I don't know. And if you don't know,
yeah,
I got 10 years on you. So if you don't know the hacks, then we're absolutely out of it. And then big thank you to all of our sponsors who have... oh, look at Excessive 007. Welcome to Thanks for the Support. I'm going to put your name on the wheel. We've got some really good prizes here from courtesy of our sponsors. JT, USA... GI, Core, the entire umbrella, kicking it off with the paint. You see the little tanks right here? You got these new. Do you guys have these yet? Really lightweight ones, the ultra lightweight ones.
I think I got this.
In the 68,
but it says Empire.
Oh, you must have the white one then.
No, it's black.
Oh, okay. Well, we got the white. We got
it looks like that.
I tried to give that one to Marcelo, and he didn't want it. I thought it's just kind of.
He didn't want the white?
No, he's like the white guy too.
Yeah, see, I have it right here.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
So they got those new ultralight tanks. Pretty nice. Really nice. And, you know, we appreciate all of their support. We got Gen X and Arfon. Let's get the Gen... Someone asked about the pods for Atlantic City. And booyah, here they are. Not only are you get 50 pods, a mesh bag, $140. You guys need those things. I think in Dallas I told people to buy extras just in case because you might be getting a little wet and sloppy. And the most prepared teams are going to be the ones that are going to win. Or at least it's going to give you the edge, right? And if you've got dusty-ass pods with tape and duct tape on them, it gets stuck in your pack. You got 5 different ones. You got a Virtue one. You can't get the button to work. You got one of those old dye ones with the mud stuck in there. It's a problem. It's all ribbed. You know, ribbed for the pod, like a pack. Like, you don't need that. So you gotta work on your grip strength by a force. So big thanks to Arfon and GXG. We've got some pod caddies going out. We've got to keep a couple for Kyle. Kyle will actually have some available on site at the event because he's going to airport. Yeah, or at the airport. If you catch him on the airport on the way, we'll be able to give it away. He'll give them away right there. Yeah, and Dylan, I can't imagine cleaning out the bottom of those skull pods. What's going on there? Oh, Urban Warfare Media Music, man. Dude,
nice.
Our guy. Thank you. Welcome.
Everybody's joining today.
Let me get you guys both on the wheel ASAP right now before I forget.
Oh, yeah, we gotta give that Tiger Wear headband away too.
That's why I put it right here. See, like everybody can see the Tiger Wear headband. But another really cool thing about supporting Gen X, aside from them being really just the best pods all around, and that's an objective statement there, is they did I see? I think I just... How many pieces? Whoops. Oh my gosh. What am I doing here? They are using the EcoLogic additive there to make the pods biodegradable, so they'll break down in landfills, which is it's good for the environment. It's good for everybody. We want less plastic out there. So we really appreciate that. Music Man putting you on the list. And Excessive XSV 007 on the list. So that's another really good reason to. Did I just hit the air horn? I must have hit the air horn.
Back-to-back muddy events, huh? With the ICPL.
Oh gosh, I talked to Tom Cole today. Yeah, I didn't even mention that. I think we're gonna have Tom Cole on the show next week because I was like, oh, what's going on with Atlantic City? Are people I heard people complaining about something? He goes, I don't know. I was like, where'd you hear that? I go, I don't know. I saw some memes with you. He goes, I saw one that was really funny. It had Donald Trump's hair on me or something like that. And we were talking about all the memes. And so Paintball Sundays, if you're in here, we might need a couple of you key amazing viewers to cook up some good stuff for us. We're gonna have Tom Cole next week, and I want to hit him with a bunch of the memes. And we're gonna when celebrities read the reviews of their movies or something like that and they're like, or their Twitter feed.
Yeah.
You ever seen those bits? So we're gonna have Tom review some of his memes. So we need to get some guys. If you guys can get those things, yeah.
I saw one that
exactly,
was like some bunkers, and they did like some SpongeBob edit today.
Yeah. There's another one today.
I saw. I don't know. Maybe that was.
He gets roasted.
Yeah.
He gets roasted.
Diesel won though, first place.
Yeah, congratulations. Good job, dude.
Yeah, remember?
You're not even that muddy. You still have muddy fingernails?
Here, saying.
Yeah, Doc. If you guys make some memes, just go ahead and email them over. Email anything over. I'll click on any link. To be honest with you. But again, a big shout out. Thank you, Gen X, for caring about the environment. Enough to try to do a little bit of a difference and buy their pods. That's another reason. Not just because they support us and they support paintball in general, but because they also support the environment. So big thanks to Arfon and Gen X. We got Matrix Gear in the house supporting the show since literally day one, and he's on it, dude. Paul's the man.
Yeah.
And we'll see him next weekend at the WCPPL event. We got some more T-shirts to give away. Doc just got his. Stoked that you're stoked on that.
I got a gift. Well, I guess it's not really for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
From Steve Kwan, always gifting. I think this is for
ag spam.
So this is for Camille.
Okay.
So she does all the work. You don't do any work.
I don't do anything.
Okay. That was for her. And then this is for you.
Okay. Pro Baller Ultra Premium Drink.
Energy drink.
Okay. Could be anything.
Only for pros.
Pro
I had one. It's decent.
Okay. Thank you, Steve Kwan. I appreciate it. I'm gonna put it up. I'll put it up with the Steve Kwan gifts, which is the spam and the air horns up there on the top. And Steve Kwan is also donated. Is in the process of donating a better internet solution for us. Unfortunately, I feel like I'm computer savvy. I've set up stuff. I say that as the internet goes down. Right when I said that.
Yeah.
There's a little lag right there. But he's got this. We got this Orbi set up at home here. It's not set up because I can't figure it out.
Oh, that new one?
He gave me another. Well, I didn't have time. Yeah. I got home late, and then is it completely? Are we shut down?
No. This is my computer's being weird.
Okay. Like yeah, that internet.
Well, I have that other screen that I'm borrowing from Carter, and then so like when I unplug it,
it has a freeze.
Well, just I gotta mess with the display settings.
But anyway, big thanks to Steve Kwan. The tech support there he's got is pretty good. But I don't know if you guys have tried to set up the Orbi system, but it just they don't like to talk to each other. So I'm letting them cool down, and maybe someone someday could explain to me why if you unplug it for 24 hours, that reboots it. Because I was under the impression that if you unplug electronics to the point that they were only powered by the actual outlet, that they're just off, and there's no rebooting situation. Here, you want me to get you?
Here, get that thing.
Where'd it go? Dude, that thing was trying to eat
you.
Yeah, here you go. You've leveled up your game. You can wield the sword. And then we've got a really cool show today. I'm really excited to get Archie Barnes Jr. on here, ABJ. It's been a long time coming. I think obviously he's like a household name now in paintball.
Yeah. Right?
He's completely climbed the ranks, and we'll fluff him up when he gets on the screen. We'll fluff him up. We can't do it twice. We can't give him too much. And then Cindy, awesome to hear. Obviously, the guys from NECTR, jumped in relatively recently, but we've been talking to them for quite a while, and it's one of those things where again the product is something that we support, we use it, we're in there. I've got the stash of pucks, and especially being another new father again. These things kind of propel you through a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that whole like, you know, it's like, oh, the 4 o'clock, the slow down at 4 o'clock. I mean, I start hitting the brick wall at like 11 a.m. So yeah, the whole twins thing. It's not that bad, but it's you better get him. You better get him.
Where'd he go?
But it's yeah, I heard kids are selling the NECTR pucks for big bucks. I think in high school, maybe one of the kids is selling those things for like 10 or 20 bucks. Bobosh, I thought we were getting Antonio Brown on. That'll be the next one. So
yeah, Mr. Beast.
Yeah. After we get Mr. Beast to talk about his chocolate bars, but who knows? You know, there's some things cooking. There's some things that are cooking out there. Some big names. But today we do have a big name, and it's Archie Barnes Jr. We're gonna get him on the horn here in about 5 minutes after we're done mumbling. 35 chocolate bars, dude. I'm telling you, we got a lot of chocolate bars here, pal. And I don't know exactly why, aside from the fact that they say these nuts on them. But we're not sponsored by Mr. Beats. Steve Sants just sent these things to us because it'd be funny, and it is kind of funny. And they're actually, Kyle doesn't like them, but they're actually kind of nice because it's
well, they're healthy.
They're healthy. Well, I don't want to say they're healthy, but they're like healthier than Reese's.
Yeah. And
so it's kind of like they're okay. Yeah. What page is that?
Oh, I was just looking at some of the teams Archie's played for in the past, and
is he on the Lords?
It looks like he played with the Lords. I wonder if I know it was
similar. Shout out to your boys.
Yeah, similar team. Yeah, there we go.
Shout out to the Lords, dude. They're in here. Yeah, Pate. Maybe. And let's see. Did I hit the air horn earlier on accident? There's the air horn. We're gonna get this thing going. Pate Smith, dude. That's why he's the boss. That's why he's the guy in charge here. So if you guys have any questions for ABJ, go ahead and throw them in there in the comments. Also, get them prepped. He said ask him all the hard questions too.
Yeah, he did.
So don't hold back. Yeah. I've got some, but I don't really know what a hard question is. So we'll try to figure out if something on here is going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. So we might have to Google it in the meantime. But also, I did put in the I'm going to throw it again in the banner right here. There's an ABJ. There's an ABJ little Easter egg hidden in here. Can you guys find it? If you can, I'll give you a prize. Let's give you a Gen X pod caddy loaded up with the water bottles. Get this guy. Careful.
Well,
you don't want to hit.
He gets. I know he gets next to the computers, and then I'm not trying to.
You gotta soothe it. You gotta go in here because if you blow him out of the way.
I can't go that over there like that far.
Also, as per usual, like, share, comment, do everything to boost the algorithm on this show. We really appreciate all the support and the help that we can get. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. If you're not a member, jump in and join. And then finally, last plug here on the day, I think, and I don't know if I even put the image up, but I should have. Let me get it going here. Actually, what I'll do is I'm gonna do. We're launching the second round of my signature series Aloha jersey on BFP gear. There is a link in the show notes and description down there below, but I'm going to put it in here. The Aloha jersey, it sold out in the first time that we did it, and everybody loves it. And then a bunch of people asked me, hey, how do you even get that? Is it this one? Yeah. How did you even get it? And I said, well, we had a... where's this thing going here? We had a pre-sale, boys, girls, ladies, and gentlemen. So the pre-sale was live, and is there not an image on this one? Where is this thing?
It's a background.
It is certainly a background, but it doesn't show. It doesn't show the screen that's right here. It's the screen capture. Method display capture. The display is this one right here. It should be showing that, but it's not. Okay, great, good to know. Excellent to know. So it is not showing the screen. Let's put it over here. Try this again. Screen capture. Display capture. Built-in retina. There she is. Go to BFP gear. The link is down below. You can get this Aloha jersey in blue. I call this the Midnight Get this guy. Jersey right there, completely covering Kyle's face. Sorry, dude.
It's okay.
I'm doing too many things at once. This is available right now for pre-sales. Pre-sales are going to close right after the Atlantic City event. So you can add your name, obviously your number onto there. Get your own custom little slice of paradise. You like that? I just came up with that.
Slice of paradise?
Well, I didn't come up with the entire tagline, but pretty much, yeah. And I can't speak for an ABJ headband.
Dang, you get those this weekend?
What? Yeah, I got wrapped in the thighs.
Yeah.
Dude, I was playing double duty.
Yeah.
I was playing a lot of points. That was fun, man. I had a great time playing this weekend. I had a really good time.
Did that video come out better?
It did. I think it came out a little bit better. Yeah. It was so funny because it came out pretty good on my thing, but then it just kind of.
Yeah, it was right on the cusp of blurry.
I like it when you put the phone down to yell at the guy that I was yelling at. I saw that in real time. So, thanks, Kyle, for filming a little bit here on the side. Bo Bosch, how big is a 6XL? I think you need to tell me how big you are, and then we'll tell you how big a 6XL is, I think is what's going on here. Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Sorry. We'll go click this button. We'll start this. We're going to jump over to the NECTR projector. Go ahead and open that sucker. Hopefully it doesn't freeze the screen here, but NECTR projector, courtesy of the boys over at NECTR.
Do Wi-Fi, dial in.
Let's go Wi-Fi. So, oops, where are we? Right here. Where's that projector thing going?
I hit this.
Yeah, let him in. Admit him. And guest cam. There he is. Here he comes. Booyah!
What up?
Testing. Can you hear us? Are you muted? Are we muted? I'm not muted. You're muted.
I'm muted.
Hey, there he is. Hell yeah, dude. Hold on, let me fix the screen here. Let me get you. Okay, and then just mute yours.
Let me fix the screen here. Let me get you. Okay.
And then just mute the computer. Oh, you got the mic and everything. You got that fancy glow mic.
Yeah, man. I had to get it, especially for this.
Oh, yeah, let's go, dude. Yeah. Let's go. Showing up, dude. That's actually.
Yeah, I gotta come prepared, bro.
Honestly, right. That's what we should have titled the show. It's called Showing Up.
Yeah.
Because straight up, man, like, what city's that from? That cup.
Portland.
There we go. I love those things, by the way.
Yeah, remember when those? Camille broke that one and then just got. I forgot what happened with that one.
She got away with it. Like she always does.
I don't know where that cup went.
Yeah.
And then we found it broken in the trash can. Why didn't you just say you broke it?
But yeah, dude. ABJ, thank you very much for jumping on. I know you're a support of the show. You're in there commenting and watching. I think we're gonna get to that, like how much paintball like means to you. What you know, like you seem like you're a student of the game. Your meteoric rise to like how like where. We're going to get to all of it. So I think maybe the best way to do it is to have you start, like, give us a little intro for anybody who, for some reason, doesn't know who you are. Then just tell us, a little bit about kind of where you live, where you're from, where do you practice, where you came from, all that sort of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, easy.
For those who don't know, ABJ, acronyms for Archie Barnes Jr., snake player for Austin Notorious number 92. In my sophomore season, Rookie of the Year last year.
Easily.
But I'm born and raised in Vallejo, California, so up here in the Bay Area, up north. I think, Ryan, you're pretty familiar with Vallejo, right?
Yeah, dude. Angel, you know what? And this is crazy because I didn't know you were from Ghetto Superstar. You could take that now. You could take that logo.
Yeah.
Angel Fragoza was from Vallejo. We would always drive through Vallejo to get to Mare Island. Or drive towards Vallejo to get to Mare Island.
I lived on Mare Island for a couple of years with my boy Pat.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so actually I ran into Yoshin a couple of times at Costco.
Yeah, he was there for a while.
Yeah. But born and raised here in Vallejo. Let's see. I started out, I played at Paintball Jungle in American Canyon. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that as well.
Yep.
But it's a pretty historic place up here in Northern California. Another place right next to it actually was called Sherwood Forest. So I started playing, let's say, 2001. It was introduced to me. like by my best friend. Not a cliche story. It wasn't a birthday party, nothing like that. It was just kind of like an invite. He introduced it to me. Funny story is that I was in elementary school, probably like fourth grade, and some dude that I knew and his brother had these paintballs, and they brought them to school. I seen a bunch of them on the floor, and I was like, "What the hell are those?" And he ended up, I guess he was shooting people with them with a slingshot. And I was like, "What the hell?" What I thought was pretty funny at the time, but obviously it's pretty dangerous these days. But I mean, that was my first introduction to it. And the first time I've ever went was with my best friend Matt and his older brother. And yeah, I started off probably right at the right time, like what you guys would call the golden age, like 2001, 2002, 2004-ish era. But unfortunately, I didn't have enough money to go at the time as a kid. I didn't have a job. My parents, they didn't know what the hell paintball was. They were just like, what the hell is that? Like, you know, I come from an old school background. Like my parents, my dad, he was more so into football, track, you know, the normal sports. So paintball was kind of a new thing. He didn't know anything about it, so he couldn't really, you know, support it. I don't really blame him.
Yeah, of course.
What it is. Yeah, and then I kind of, paintball really just stuck with me forever, dude. Like, it's one of those things that, like, you keep near and dear to your heart. Like, it'll never leave. I fell in love with it solely for the paintball guns, actually, dude. Which is a weird thing, right? Because I actually went to go play, and I was fucking terrified the first time I ever played. It felt like a war zone. So if you ever been to Paintball Jungle back in the day, you know what I'm talking about. Like it was like over 100 acres or something like that. It was all jungle. You couldn't see what was in front of you. And yeah. And then after that, I played here and there out of high school. And then I didn't play competitive until 2017. So I have kind of a short run right now. So I'm in my 7th year playing organized ball.
Yeah.
And yeah. So that's, you know, pretty much sums it up to where I'm at now. I mean, I started off at D5 with the NorCal Bandits.
And when was that?
Played a couple of years. That was 2017. I started in the summer of 2017.
Oh damn! So okay, so yeah, you kind of that's like the quintessential kind of paintball player in the fan. You get into it when you're super young and you're like, oh, I can't really afford this, and then you kind of grow up a little bit, and then you start to play a little bit more, right? Right when you get back into it.
Right. Hey, just to check real quick, is my audio okay?
Yeah, your audio's solid. I just turned it up a tiny bit, right there.
All right.
A little slight lag.
There's a slight lag. I just paused his thing right there. It's just so there's from what we're talking about to what we see, there's like, because what goes live it's like a 7 to 10 second delay. So we'll be doing something and we'll look over at the screen and then your lips are still moving or like we're not moving, you know. So, okay, so like towards the end, like at the 2017 is kind of when you really started getting into it. Where did you practice mostly? Because pretty much by that time everything had shut down in the Vallejo area, right? I mean, well, actually, the one is still available or still open.
So we had only the jungle at the time in 2017, and then a buddy of ours that we played with a lot at the jungle, he actually told us, he was like, "Hey, he invited us. Why don't you guys come out and play airball?" I was like, all right. Me and my buddy decided to go. And our first time experiencing it, because we had watched it all the time. We watched you guys on the webcast on Go Sports. Mm-hmm. And we were like, all right, let's prepare. So we ended up buying 6 cases each. We go out to Fairfield at FXS. And no one was there. It was just me and him and like maybe 3 older guys. And we bought all that paint for no reason. And the little taste that we had, we got pretty addicted. We were like, all right, we'll try it again. So we got invited again to another park in Vacaville called Midway.
Yeah, that place is nice.
Yeah. My boy Aaron's up there. He runs the field, him and his family, Aaron Smith. But yeah, it was one of those things that, like I said, it kind of just, it pulled you in. It like stuck with you. Like I liked the adrenaline rush. I liked that it was fast paced and it was closer. Yeah, that's what initially kind of just brought me in. We started in Midway.
What so okay, let's fast forward to you were you were pro first year, so freshman year pro last year, rookie, and obviously well deserved. You won Rookie of the Year, which I think that
Undoubtedly.
undoubtedly. Even like right now, you've come from a semi-pro playing with Excessive, right?
I played with Excessive and Austin Notorious.
Oh, and Austin Notorious.
Yeah,
Okay.
The season that Notorious took the pro spot, I was with them.
You were with them. Okay.
We'd practice you guys a lot too, going up there with Impact. I remember.
Oh, with Excessive, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, so I mean, how is that? Like, how is it coming in from? And maybe talk a little bit about like your work ethic, or like what someone can kind of look forward to doing, and what's that like X factor that makes things something a little bit different. Because, dude, I always tell people when I'm doing these clinics and stuff, and kids are like, oh, I don't really play. Someone's like, I don't play the snake. I'm like, I don't really play the center, but when I do, it works out. You know, like I don't like to do it, but snake players are it's such a small pool of top level talent there. And you think there's 20 teams in the pro league, and some of them have like a couple of the top guys in the league on their team. You come in off of a semi-pro team, get Rookie of the Year last year. I think right now you're I mean, if not in the top 10 for sure, but if not maybe top 5 to 7 players in the snake position. I mean, you're the reason that Notorious has a fighting chance in a lot of the games. And it's crazy because you're watching the webcast and they're like, where are you going to send Archie? Like, you're going to the snake. And maybe the last event was, like, a little easier to make. But Vegas wasn't easy to make it. And they know you're going there, you know? And they can't stop you. And you'd go in there and you'd handle business. And it's just like, dude, you're insanely good. And just talk about how was that transition? Like, what happened in the last 2 years that catapulted you to that position? Really, I don't know. It's impressive. It's incredibly impressive.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I wasn't like super nervous my first year. Because those first 3 tournaments, you could kind of tell like I would play a little bit timid, a little bit hesitant on certain moves and things like that. Getting into gunfights that I normally shouldn't get into. I think for me, honestly, it was just the adjusting to the game speed. Kind of. And what I mean by that is like your brain functionality of like actually what's going on, getting the proper communication, being comfortable with teammates that you have, and going down and actually doing your job. So things started to really click for me, I think, around Chicago last year. I got kind of subbed in a little bit. Coach Gray had to kind of talk to me like, hey, man, like, you know, I need you to step up, as he normally does in every event. But, you know, me being a snake player, I feel like snake players they carry a lot of the load. There's a lot of expectations of them to go out and execute. And, you know, I don't want to let my teammates down. So, you know, I got to go out there and go do my job and do it effectively. You know, I'm still learning a lot, obviously. Thank you for all the praise, though. I'm humble in every way. Like I said, I'm not a Billy Bernaccia or Alex Goldman or a Kyle Spicka yet. You know, I have goals to get there. But I'm definitely motivated. So there's all kinds of motivational factors that have been pushing me to be a better player. And when I got to the league, it was a goal to get to the league first. And then the second goal was to become an elite player, right? And I don't want to be mediocre. That's not what I'm in the game for. Mm-hmm. I want my name to be known. So, you know, put all my fears aside, stop playing like a little bitch, go out there and go do your job. That's my mentality.
I feel like I see that too.
At the same time,
Go ahead. Finish.
I was like, Mark, our owner, he kind of makes fun of me a lot because my family was at the Las Vegas event. And I was like, well, my mom's there, you know, I can't play like a little girl in front of her. Like, I got to go out there, put on a show and make it exciting. But even when she was watching, she didn't know what the hell was going on most of the time anyway, so I did not.
Dude, I've been doing this for 25-ish years, and I'll get a message from my mom that's saying like she Googles the event, and she'll still be reading stats from, like, if I'm in Chicago, she'll be like, it says that you guys lost to the Russians at this event. I'm like, huh? And they should be looking at a PSP 2016. You know,
I
I don't lie.
Yeah,
you
I
know. Because, I mean, and I brought her out to events, and she's like, yeah, you guys did great. I'm like, well, no, we were the other team right there. Yeah, no, we're the, I mean, obviously the ones in blue. That's kind of where she's at. And she's sharp. It's not like she's, you know, they watch it, and they're like, okay, that's a lot to take in, you know.
That's it. But to piggy off of that, and saying that, I got to bring them to the event, and that was their first time ever experiencing that, and they didn't understand the magnitude of how big some of these events could be. And she was just in awe, and she wanted autographs from all the players. She wanted pictures with all the players. You know, so now it's safe to say that we have a huge fan.
There you go. So speaking of, and can you just stay kind of closer to your mic so these guys can, because it gets easy. Oh, there it is. There it is. Nice. There it is. There's the voice. Speaking of the signatures, what was that signatures, the autographs across the jersey all about? Dan Shelley's asking that.
Oh, I kind of just I did that for my mom. She wanted the jersey from the last event in Las Vegas, but I had to keep it because we didn't get any new jerseys for the Texas event. So I was like, all right, all my teammates are around. I might as well just get it signed right now.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think about it. I was just like, oh shit, I have to wear this
shit.
Yeah,
you're like,
I kind of just like ended up just working out. But it was kind of cool though. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did look cool.
That's a nice one. So we have on the Dynasty jerseys.
That one Dynasty jersey with the...
No, all of them are in there. So on our Dynasty jerseys, I actually have, there's one over there, but I had Alex we got a signature from every single Dynasty player that's ever played on the team. And their signatures are all along the inside of there. Even the ones who have, you know, obviously the ones who have unfortunately passed away. But everybody's names are signed on the inside, and then we've got all of them wearing on our sleeves. It's cool, you know, like, dude, honestly, like,
priceless gem right there.
It's cool, and I like that too. I've played in jerseys that I've signed because I'll sign it to like sell it.
Yeah,
and then
you don't.
And then I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have any jerseys. So like, you're playing it, but it's kind of cool like that, dude. That's actually could be a new trend that you start there. It's like, because you got the power from all the guys on the team, you know? Everybody signs the jersey. Yeah. I'm into it.
Yeah.
I'm into it. And BFP Gears it here in the house, and they've actually also donated a $50 gift card for the show, so we'll get that on the wheel. And mention how hard you were working. That's the reason. Like he said, the comment I think was something to the effect of, there's a reason that Archie's the only guy playing pro from the excessive semi-pro team, and it's your work ethic. You work twice as hard as everybody else.
And that's kind of what I was gonna say. Is like, you know, every time I see you at the field, whether it's practice or tournament or like you're not playing, you're always composed, student of the game. Not like, I mean, you see a lot of some guys maybe that'll come in the league, or newer guys, they're just like joking around and talking to guys even from a lot. You see it typically too when guys make that segue into pro, is that they're like spending most of the time at the divisional fields or like joking around with those guys, and you're always with the team or studying or learning as much as you can. Very professional, just the way that you go about yourself, and I like that. It's cool.
Thank you.
So
were you gonna say right?
No, go for it. We're just gonna transition into like the mindset of what you do, and you know, like how important all that is. What's your method?
No, I didn't answer some of the questions that you had asked earlier. I think you were talking about some of like the work ethic that I have to put in to get to where I'm at. So I definitely had some, you know, ups and downs in my career. I played D4 a couple of years. I barely played D3. Immediately made the jump to Division II, like Premier League at the WCPPL. I got my first win actually playing my first tournament at D2 with Excessive. Very first tournament. So shout out to them. And I think Mike Hinman and Jerry at the time were they had their eyes on me a little bit. I guess they liked the speed, they liked the way I kind of handled myself, and they considered bringing me on the next year after Aftermath had kind of took a restructure and came back, and Mike Hinman took control of the team again. And some people say that, well, how is it you got Rookie of the Year, but you played pro with Aftermath? Technicality, I didn't play pro with Aftermath. I didn't even play a single point that first pro event. I actually was on the bench. I didn't play a single point. And then the following event after that, I played semi-pro with the semi-pro squad.
First of all, anybody who hated on you for that, like, kind of talking
man.
shit, like, get the heck out of here, man.
I'm not tripping.
Yeah. Write that fool's name down.
That's all that matters, baby.
Write that fool's name down and go practice in his field. Give him a little taste.
Right. Yeah. But, you know, some of the things where I had to take a reserve, where I got kind of humbled and checked a little bit, was when I was on Aftermath and being coached under Mike Hinman. I mean, I learned a shit ton from that dude, and I found out I wasn't as good as I thought I was, you know? You go out there, you have these expectations from one of the greats, and you don't deliver. It humbled me in a way to where I was like, well, damn, is this for me? Do I want to keep pursuing this dream? Like, yeah, I did have some question about it, right? Like, but there was another thought in the back of my mind, like, dude, you've gone too far. You've already put too much into the sport. You love it way too much to sit here and quit. So keep going, you know, your time will come, and I'm here now. So
yeah, that's important. You know, we've talked about it a handful of times, and it's like I talk it in like more of a macro scale. Is like, dude, failure leads to success. Like, you have to, you can't just like, you've got to have lofty goals, but you also have to have realistic expectations, or right. So you want to be the bit, like, you've got it, but it's not like, okay, cool, I made it pro, or I'm on Aftermath. It's automatically like, we're about to win this tournament and I'm gonna be a starter. Like, and same thing happened with Kyle too, right? You came out and that, like, you've got to go through this grinder of this thing, and it's a lot of times it's super demoralizing sometimes, but like you said, it's like, how are you gonna build from that? And I think that you obviously were able to take that and run, rather than being like, oh, this sucks. Because again, we've said this about Mike too. Mike it's not even can be. Mike is very abrasive, but it's undeniable that he's created some of the best paintball talent in the history of the sport as well.
100%.
So it's like,
100%.
You might be a sharp sword, but he's going to make you sharper, but you might have to take a bunch of lumps in battle first, right? Yeah. So you have to be able to get that information. I mean, I think I've seen Mike Hinman choke out Mouse like 4 different times, and Mouse scream at him, get guns thrown on the ground, packs in the air.
Some wild shit.
Yeah, and I mean, Mouse is one of the best guys out there, and then him and Mike are good friends. Yeah.
But I took my lumps and my bruises, and I got to where I'm at, and I'm just kind of riding the wave right now, and I'm still putting the work in, even though, you know, I got the baby on the way. He'll be here probably either Sunday or Monday.
Oh, congrats! Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, Sunday or Monday. Wow.
Yeah.
Is that baby number 1?
Baby number 2 for me. It's 3 kids for us in total. She has her son. I have my son currently.
Okay.
And then
you guys have your first one together.
Yeah.
Dude, congrats, man.
Appreciate it, bro. I mean, shit, you're pretty new to fatherhood too, right? How old are
you? I have a 5-year-old daughter, but then I just went at the exponential hockey stick curve in business here with twins. So I've got a pair of boys that are 2 months old.
Spicka's next then?
Yeah, that's what I keep saying, man. Nigga's got to find himself a good girl is what he needs to do.
He's shaking his head, but he like, yeah. It's time.
Yeah. So what's your motivation? You know, like what inspires you, and who motivates you? Do you have like?
It's me versus me, baby.
Let's go.
Honestly, I've watched. Let me start from the beginning, because
hit it.
I've been watching this sport since I was a kid, since I was 9 years old, and me and my best friends Matt and Don, we're just 3 kids from the ghetto living life in the moment, and the paintball was kind of our scapegoat, and it, you know, only kids can dream, right? And it was my dream as a kid to make this happen. Even if they didn't make it happen, I was gonna make it happen for us. And I'm living that dream for us right now. And what I mean by that is, like, we were kids, like, man, we didn't have no money. We had to scrounge up and save up money, kind of hustle, save up lunch money. And paintball at the time was expensive. I don't know if you remember, but like Carnage paintballs, Gap paintballs were like $90 a case. Yeah. I'm like, God damn. You know, but we were making it happen. Shit, we would go split it, $15 here, $15 there. And then, we would make it happen and go. And even like we watched it on YouTube at the time, like YouTube was kind of new. And then even the magazines like PB2 Extreme, Faceful, Action Pursuit, like Greenspan, I don't think you know the magnitude of this interview, bro. Like I used to read you in magazines, fool. I remember when y'all was like had the pinstripe jerseys with the Rockstar logos and shit on it. You were doing the photo shoot at the, I think it was like Huntington Beach or something like that. It was in the Faithful magazine. I remember that for sure. And I'm not proud of this moment, but shit, I used to steal those magazines out the store.
That's why you got so fast.
So when people ask me like, why does it mean so much for me to be in these magazines, is because like it was that nostalgia as a kid. Like you would open these magazines, you would see all these cool things, all this cool gear, these guys making names for themselves, right? And now I'm in the magazine, and I'm like, damn, I'm so happy that it came back. So I got a question about that actually before we move on. FRAIGE, is he solely in charge of the magazine?
Yeah, I was just about to say, are you pretty? I mean, he's like he's kind of like he's solely in charge of Dynasty, like kind of, but you know, like he has last final say. Are you in this magazine?
I am.
Yeah, you are.
I think I'm like the second page.
You got a big ass picture. Well, you've got the picture.
Too.
You've got your ad, and I tried to get this picture. Actually, I have this picture. We could post it up here. I've got this picture of you.
Motherfuckers keep calling me Jamie Foxx.
I can see that.
Jamie Foxx.
I didn't notice that.
I didn't know Jamie Foxx played paintball. So
Jamie Foxx played paintball.
I actually have this. Well, I have this one because I was making this little flyer with you on it today. But you had talked about. I was gonna throw it up here. Here it is. Look at this. Look at this. When you had talked about like, and a ton of people are talking about it right now in the comment section about how they've seen you in the pits, and you're just laser dialed in, you know. I talk about it too about Mikey. Your arena is kind of like that. Like, just you'll see like Alex doesn't. You never see Alex have that face right there. Like not a chance. And guys do like the different ways of kind of how they prep and get into it. But I looked at your page because I wanted to find some good pictures of you to put in here on the banner, and I was like, oh yeah, this one's sick. Like no wonder they use this in the ad, because it's just like. You're dialed, right? Yeah. You're dialed in. But yes, long story short is if you have a bone to pick, it's a pretty easy bone to pick. Is Alex? Alex is your guy. Get his ass.
It's so funny too, with like you said with the magazines, because I would do the same. Like I couldn't afford, or I was just always too late on getting like any posters. They were always sold out. Like I think I only had like. I think Rodney Squires and Skinny Kevin was the last like Dynasty posters I could get. So the rest were sold out. But I would rip the like just the pages out, and I would put those on my wall. Found a photo the other day. It was like where I'm laying on my bed with my dogs, like as a kid, and up behind is like it'd be like you or Be Short, and so it's crazy, like full circle going around now. We'll just argue sometimes. Like seeing it come full circle, like you were just saying.
Well, and that's why this is such like this magazine is so important, I think, in paintball, because I'm sure there's people watching this right now who haven't really even ever picked up a magazine. There's like those types of humans, those people exist, right? Where they only consume media online, and dude, it is just so nice to be able to like thumb through a page and look at this stuff, and you being on an internet, it's just so easy that's so easy to happen, right?
It's so easy to see.
Yeah, but getting in a magazine like immortalizes you for real. And this is something that you could give to your kids when you're older. I mean, obviously Sloan doesn't give a shit right now, but eventually she'll think I need to work my way up to one of these spots right here, like this meter, this meter walking through the city with his gat right here. This is who I aspire to be, is this guy right here.
I think that's where Alex got me back for leaving the team, because he didn't put a single photo of me in there.
Dude, there it is. That's what you get for yelling at him.
I need a refund on my subscription.
Magazine, dude. I love every bit of it.
Yeah. Yes, you have one?
Yeah.
You got one?
I have. I bought a few actually. I gave one to my mom. I got one for myself. I got one for my sister.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah, dude. Well, let me know if you need another one. We can, if you run out, I got some extra for you.
Yeah, I'm about to buy a whole bunch of family members want more. They found out about it. So
dude, I'm gonna this one. We'll get your address on the at the end of the day, because I've got one extra right here. It's actually packaged up right now. This will go to you. I'll try to give it away a couple times.
This is a hot topic in the comments, but I forget if you guys ever did this when we were up there. But did you and Mouse ever race? I feel like I remember when you were on.
Yeah, we did. Okay, so let me tell you the story about this. I had called out Mouse probably like 2 years before that. This is at the aftermath tryouts. I think it's like in December or something like that. I'm not trying to make any excuses. I got smoked though. I think he beat me by like a step or two. I can't remember, but I had slipped. I slipped twice, and I didn't have the right cleats on. This fool had on track cleats. I'm like, all right, and I just had put on like probably 10 pounds of muscle, and I was like, that probably wasn't a good idea. But I'm gonna need that back though. I'm gonna need that.
How long ago was that?
For sure.
That was 2 years ago.
I'm gonna have to race him, Keith Brown, shit, Billy too.
I mean, you're faster than Billy. I can say that. No, Billy's quick, dude. I don't know how Billy. I'll tell you what. I don't know.
I feel like also too how he like
he's just wiggling a lot.
He flails his arms more than everyone else.
Everyone's got their own little style.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, we need that top 4 race. I think that'd be good.
We really need to have the pro combine.
Yeah,
there needs to be the pro combine straight up. Like,
what about like you know how they do in the All-Star games, how they have like little mini games?
That's what I'm saying. Like I think instead of an actual All-Star game, it should be a skills challenge. And they should use the combine drills and like cuz they talked about it one year about doing a fun little challenge thing. And remember in Europe they used to do that? Yeah. You have to like run into like this little hoop and it was like an obstacle course thing. It was kind of cool. It's like fun to watch guys do it. I think that there's just too many pros with too much pride.
Yeah.
And when the focus is all on them, they don't want to do it. I can't get very many pros to do any of the combine drills, but maybe if there's a prize on it or something like that, people will do it. I think it'd be cool, and I think people would love to watch it. And there's one that's like the 50 sprint one where you have to run straight into that center thing, like shoot one target. Like it just would be fun, and it's like again like the All-Star game in any other sport. It's like everybody's just having a good time. I think that would be pretty cool. Pretty cool, fun thing to do.
Yeah, I think so too.
And then that way everybody gets their little shine. No, what kind of cleats do you wear?
Oh man, is that Billy asking me about my cleats? I wear soccer cleats. I think they're just more moldable. I'm very scientific when it comes to cleats, bro.
Let's go. Let's hear it.
So
let the people know.
A football cleats they take a little too long. They got good traction. They're very durable, but they just take a little too long for me to break in. They're not as soft as soccer cleats. Soccer cleats are a lot more malleable. It feels a little bit more comfortable. When it comes to spikes and spike locations, I have to have it in certain places so that way when I take off from the box or
like that little toe spike,
certain stud pattern, Then also like the actual sole plate. Like if it's too flexible or too soft for me, I don't like it. I like it a little bit more hard and stiff. Pause. But it just gives me more response, and I can take off a little bit better. It gives you more of an advantage. It's closer to like I don't know if you guys ever been in track cleats before, but track cleats are pretty responsive. It's almost like it has like a metal or a carbon fiber plate in the sole, but it's more responsive. And then also like I take into consideration like style. Like my last cleats I wore were the Adidas Predators. And so those are some pretty historic cleats in soccer. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get those. I liked the fold over tongue, and they were kind of bright. And my family was coming to watch me play, and of course I'm one of the smaller guys on the team, so we all kind of have similar styles. And just to kind of make me unique outside, she could see like, oh, that's him. That's his cleats.
I get that. My grandma told me to wear a purple scarf when I play. When she came one time, I'm like, I'm not doing
that. So you do the J-Rab?
She was like, I got a scarf you can borrow. It's like a massive purple scarf. I'm not wearing that. I'm sorry.
Dude, have you tried the New Balance cleats?
Stop it. I knew that.
It's coming. Well, I mean, I'm just listen. I don't know as much about cleats as you do. I kind of wear the cleats that people give to me.
I see Marcelo wearing them. I see who else I be seeing wearing them. Shit's Iron Man.
Dude, the side,
they look comfortable.
The little side cleat. This is the only reason I'm talking about it, right? There's these
like
freeze
shark
ones.
Teeth, right?
There's these shark teeth. I mean, you can ask my ankles about them. But so actually, I got a pair right here. So they've got this like. They used to have them like a little bit like they used to be way more pronounced, but when you're starting off the box at like a different angle, these things kind of grab right here, so you can kind of have it like at a more of a steeper angle as you start. I don't know.
Hey, so y'all got a sponsorship with them?
Yeah.
You have to wear that.
We can wear whatever we want. We choose to wear those ones. I think Oliver wears Nike ones because he hasn't adapted that New Balance is still as cool yet. And he's also not a dad, but like once you have a kid, you could for sure. It's pretty easy to get the transition. Plus, New Balance is on the way on the up and coming. I'll get you a pair of cleats and you can try. What size are you? You don't have to wear. Is New Balance not cool? You don't have to do it. No, but I want to hear. I want to get the. I want to get the ABJ fucking breakdown because that was like. I mean, that was a very comprehensive breakdown of like what everything and I've worn a bunch of cleats. I used to be the let me buy whatever the cheapest pair of cleats are off of the Dick's Sporting Goods shelf. I don't like baseball cleats, even though those usually are the cheapest ones. I don't like baseball ones because it's like that big fat rubber like molded thing. Yeah. I don't like the molded rubber that's like just stuck on the bottom of any of them.
I'm like, it gotta be all three phases: stud pattern, the sole plate, and style.
Mm-hmm. Like it. They're all saying you got steez.
You gotta have the steez. You gotta look good, man.
You gotta look good.
I feel like if you're a front player or a snake player, you kind of have to get scientific with your cleats because you're doing the bulk of the running. Like
I mean, if you're as quick, if you can run as fast as you can for sure back up any claim to like. You're not gonna be like, I wear these because I don't know that. Like, if you're gonna have the answer because you're the one. I always tell Mouse too. I'm like, dude, how do you still wear those track cleats? And because they're super light, and if you ever try to stop on your
light. I wish I could wear them in the game, but shit.
Yeah, I feel like I blow my toes out, everything out. They're actually a little bit better to wear on dirt because they're not as slippery.
Yeah,
because you just can't stop on your heels. You just can't stop on your heels.
Low tops, baby, all day.
Low tops all day. I do the mid tops because I got my ankles are.
A few people are asking too, like as you're coming up in the game, who are like some players you modeled your game after or looked up to or aspired to kind of play like them?
Oh, Malloy, baby.
Malloy.
Yeah, Malloy, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my dog. Ever since the beginning. Well, originally it was Oliver, and then I found out who the Russians were, and I saw Malloy. I was like, this dude's a killer.
Yeah, did you watch him at the last event?
Well, they played him. We all were on the same bracket.
Dude, he does not miss.
Dude, that kid. No, in Europe.
Oh, in Europe.
Did you see him in Europe? Marcelo said.
I was watching it. That's crazy.
Yeah, he dominated.
Marcelo said that Malloy played the best paintball anybody, like, not that he's ever seen. He just said that anybody has ever played. Wow. He said, in the history of the sport, Malloy played the best paintball anybody has ever played. I mean, imagine that claim. Like, think about that. Not like this is the best paintball I've ever seen. It's like I'm going above that and saying no one has ever seen anybody play as good as Malloy played. Wow. I guess he was just like it'd be a 2 or 3 on 5. He would get in the snake, crawl down, and go pop up one time and go whap whap whap, and then it was a 3 on 2.
Damn.
And it's just like he didn't really need to shoot much paint. I guess it was insane.
But shit, all the way up till I was an Oliver Lang fan, then I became a Malloy fan. All the way up until now, I'm still a Malloy fan. He probably hates my guts though.
Why does he hate you?
Did you give him a couple extra?
Yeah,
he doesn't like that.
There's a clip on my page on Instagram. I run up to him and I shoot him in the back of the head. I think like 3 times. I gave him 3. And he turns around, he gives me this look, and I already know what the look like. He has his mask on, but I obviously know what the look is on his face. I'm like, oh shit! Like, he used to show me so much love. Now when I see him, he's just like,
I'm in the same boat as you. Don't worry. I got him at an MXL one time. He's not as mad anymore, but it took like a year. Yeah. He'll eventually forgive you.
Oh, I see it. We're bringing it up right now. Hold on.
Throwing some KBPS there.
Oh wow.
I think it's just anytime we do
something else extracurriculars.
Yeah.
So let's get this. We're gonna bring this thing up real quick. Hopefully everybody can see it. Hold on, it's gonna replay right now. There he comes. ABJ ripped in the back.
I mean, it wasn't even that many.
It wasn't, but I mean, like,
the grouping was there.
He's probably like, you could have shot me in the back, bro. Like,
oh yeah, he's pissed.
But yeah,
dude, what a move though, huh?
But
dude,
you clearly like
quick.
you didn't even have time to. It wasn't like you're trying to be malicious. You're trying to hold your gun up to try.
Right, so let me walk you through the whole sequence, right? So we had only like I think 16, 17 seconds. I get up, and I see someone shooting across the field, and he switches them. As soon as he switches, like, all right, fuck it, I'm about to go run down the field. I'm gonna go bunker this guy in the corner. I don't even know who it is. I just hit the corner.
Right.
I see the beanie, and I'm like, I know that beanie, and I just pull the trigger, and it's just what happened. Like, I don't know. It was just reaction, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you weren't trying to get.
I'm like, I don't hate him. Obviously, he's my idol.
Yeah. This is the same conversation him and I had at the MXL. He's like, you don't respect me? I was like, dude, you're like one of my favorite players of all time.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't shoot you that many times.
Who'd you do it to?
Malloy.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
He was like coming down the field and I just came out and he was like already like he had stopped. But I put a couple extra into him.
He takes it personally.
Yeah,
He takes it personally. It's all right. You're going to be back on his good side. Like, maybe he'll watch this.
But I will say most of them besides Sergey also don't really bonus ball. Maybe Smotrov did. Smotrov liked a bonus ball. But other than that, I feel like, yeah, they don't like
So we
much.
played him in Texas, and I'm like, all right, he's probably thinking about that still. And I'm like, oh shit, he's playing the Snake 1. Like, I have to go against this fucking guy. And it just was a thought in the back of my head. But he didn't do anything like to get me back or anything. I was just like, oh.
So with that, then Malloy being that top player of you, if you could make a let's name what's that? All right, let's name we'll do two. Okay, the first one is from Doc. Name the top 5 Snake guys end of season. Who's the top 5 end of season?
End of season? Are we talking past or present?
Right. Well, let's do both. Let's do present. Like in 2024, World Cup's over. Who are the top 5 Snake guys in the league when the dust settles and we're going? The 2024 season's over.
Dude, so is Mouse even considered a Snake player anymore? Like, he hasn't been playing the 1 very much, has he?
I feel like I mean he played the 1. Okay, well, I guess it switches. Anyway. Yeah.
Okay, Mouse.
All right, so I'm gonna say Mouse. I'm gonna go Billy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go. Shit. Fuck it, I'm gonna throw myself in.
That's right.
Who else?
Connor's been having a good year.
Axel too.
Axel.
Oh, Axel.
I mean,
yeah,
Archie.
For sure.
Oh yeah,
your boy
Archie,
Ryan Greenspan,
yes,
fucking event
Archie.
number 1. Come on.
Yeah.
Axel.
I feel like they need another Snake description though for Archie because
I know.
nobody. He's at the top of whatever his style is.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like there it is, right?
Yeah.
That's your okay. Then let's get all time.
All time. Oh, we going Ghetto Superstar.
Yep.
Angel Fugosa. I'm gonna go Angel Fugosa.
And everybody who's watching, also, you guys. I want everybody here to comment as well. So anybody else, we got Billy Summers putting Axel Godding in. All time top 5. Let's hear what it is. We'll give a prize to who we think is probably is in there. Let's get our top 5s in here. So okay, we got Angel Fragoza.
Top 5s. Yeah, I gotta say y'all top 5 too though.
I would probably put Short in there.
Oh, be Short.
I'll go first.
All right.
I'm gonna go Ghetto Superstar, Angel Fugosa. Thomas Taylor.
Ooh.
Alex Goldman. Shit, bro. Man.
I mean, if you're going way back also, man, Alex FRAIGE would be a really good person to ask this one.
I thought you were going to give it to him. Sure. I thought you were going to say Alex FRAIGE would be a good one to put on there.
I'm going to throw my brother in there, Keith Brown.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably put him in. You could probably put him in on the top 5 of 2024. Also, I mean, he's there.
Oh, he's killing it.
Okay.
He changed up his style a little bit though.
How so?
I feel like he's playing like a little slower, a little more reserved. I feel like they got him playing.
Who's this?
Yeah, Keith Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I think
that's their style.
That's their style, though. That's a coaching thing. I think.
That's what I'm saying. Systematically, I think they kind of they're not cutting them loose as I'd like to see him cut loose.
Comp Pemple says Weasel. Ryan Williams was in there. Who are the old original Ironman kind of guys that played up in that front spot? I'm trying to think.
Tyler Humphrey. Good.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call him an all-time guy.
Yeah, no. I mean, if we're just
B
throwing
Short,
out names.
for sure.
Yeah, B Short's
Yeah.
in there. B Short's in there.
100% B Short. Yep.
I mean, you could, at this point, with like the longevity of Billy Bernaccia's career, you could put him in an all-time category as well.
I mean, that's how I would say Angel.
Well, he was gonna be in my next top 5 if we were going there.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, it's just like, dude, he's got to be is he the oldest current like guy that's been just relentlessly playing up front?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I don't know how he does it.
And Thomas, I guess, too.
Yeah, Thomas Taylor, dude, he's for sure in the top 5.
Played a hybrid, though, sometimes. He'll play up the middle. Or...
He's backed out of there a little bit right
Yeah.
now. I mean, and you kind of have to. Justin Cornell, I mean, he's just not. Justin Cornell's not a snake guy. Justin Cornell is like the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
If like he
Swiss
goes in
Army,
there like
put
if you
him
gotta.
anywhere.
Yeah, you got when there's a fire and you gotta like break the fire extinguisher glass. Like you grab Justin Cornell,
Yeah.
and put him up front there. So
I almost said him too, though. But
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I just kind of like I'd put him in like a top kind of all around player of the year, you know, kind of thing, or like of all time. But you're talking like when you think of the snake, when you think of Angel Fragoso, I don't think he ever played anywhere else on the field.
Yeah, I mean, if you would say, like, I don't know, that would probably be mine. It would be Angel, Mouse, Short, Billy, as guys that have, like, played there for... I mean, like, that's when Short was dominating. It's like, you know, who... I guess it would be a better question for you, too. It would be, like, after Angel... I mean, I guess, you know, it would probably be Angel. Then you had Thomas there.
Oh,
Taylor.
we played, yeah.
I'm just talking about, like,
on our team.
You know, like, in certain, like, decades or, like, a 5-year span, who were the GOATs. And I guess, you know, Angel had a spot there. Short had a spot in his own section.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas would have a spot there, but he was kind of like with Angel.
Mm-hmm.
So Angel would probably eclipse him there. And then
I mean,
Mouse,
Chad George was the king for a long time as well.
Yeah.
He hurt his ankle and it's kind of not been the same. He's like really lost a handful of steps on that one. Yeah, and everybody, Sean and everybody, Eric Roberts was not a snake guy. But put in, top 5 snake players
Mike
that are
Paxson.
clutch in general. Yeah, Mike Paxson. What you guys think are those dudes? But yeah, Angel, B Short, Mouse, Billy, Thomas. I think those are on the top guys. Obviously, Alex Fraige when he was in there. Kenny Rosenberg had it, but didn't quite have it.
Yeah.
He just missed the.
That's a nice shout though. He'd
mark.
appreciate that.
He's gonna like that.
Yeah.
He's gonna like that. Once he broke his femur playing practice at Dynasty practice, he fell apart there.
and each of these guys that we mentioned, they all had a pretty long run.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Longevity. You couldn't just come in and just dunk on people for a season or two, and that's why it's like, how old are you?
31.
31. So like,
Yeah.
dude, I mean, you obviously have a lot of time ahead of yourself as well, and I mean, at this like trajectory, I mean, even if you just kind of like sustained it at even a lower level from where you are right now, it's just like it's leaps and bounds better and then kind of anybody else that's really had this step in the game, because it takes a lot of players a lot of times, like you said, jumping in to pro, you have to like learn the pace of the game, and you were able to figure it out the first season and then just contain all that in season 2, and obviously we're only 2 events in and you're gonna have to skip the next event, but like you're already kind of eclipsing or at a faster pace than most people have been able to handle it, you know. So just in like, as long as you stay healthy and playing for another 20 years, you're gonna for sure be at the top of this list.
Oh yeah. That's the whole goal, is to be like Tom Brady and LeBron James, have the longevity, take care of your body, eat right, stay active.
Let's talk about that. Like, what is your how do you take care of your body? What do you eat? What do you recommend that people do to like kind of stay healthy?
So I'm not the best dietitian. I don't have the best diet. Honestly, I was blessed with great genetics from my dad. I have a really fast metabolism, but my body kind of thrives on carbs. I think most importantly for anyone is just learning their body, right? Learning how your body reacts to certain foods, trying to be disciplined. I think discipline is probably the number 1 rule, in my opinion, because like for me, one of my vices are like fried foods, sodas. And, like, I have to discipline myself when I'm getting close to tournament time. Like, all right, I need to cut this, and this out. Like once I cut out like certain sugars or certain foods, start to reduce inflammation, things like that. I have a faster recovery time. Start to eat more greens, more vegetables, more fruit. My girl actually, she takes care of me a lot. If it wasn't for her, I'd be eating like shit right now. Dude. I'd be eating pizza and burgers all fucking day. Like, I never cook. She gets mad at me for whatever reason. Sometimes I don't blame her, but sometimes I'll meal prep. It just depends on how I'm feeling. But I'm not gonna sit here and say like I'm the best dietitian or follow this diet or whatever. I honestly think that you should follow what and how your body reacts to certain things. Like going into tournament time, like I said, I'll eat more greens, a little bit more healthier. And then as we get closer to maybe like Wednesday, Thursday of the tournament, I'll start to stack up on carbs. I'll eat like pizza, pastas, or something like that. Something that I can burn off throughout the tournament. And I have that energy and I have that in my reserve. A lot of it too is my cardio. I stretch every night before I go to sleep. Try to keep the joints well rested and stretched and strong. I like to do the saunas. I'll do Epsom salt baths. I'll do cold plunges sometimes. Sometimes I'll do those leg compression pants where you sit in it and it like squeezes your legs, and I'll sit in that for about 45 minutes. I tried the what's this shit called when you go into the ice chamber? Cryotherapy.
Well, there's cryo and then there's cold baths.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It feels good. It's like you sit in there for about a good 4 or 5 minutes and you get a pretty good kick out of it when you get out. I can't say that it's beneficial or it's not.
Yeah, I feel the same. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it just feels good in my opinion. Honestly.
They just got those cold plungers at my gym. I've been using it, and I don't want to say I hate, but I really, really heavily dislike cold water.
Yeah.
So I've been proud of myself for getting to do that. But try to use that. I feel like that is a huge benefit. Have so much energy too after those.
Well, yeah, because you realize that you're not dead. I mean, that is in effect.
Body,
that is in effect how like the science behind those things work. Is like, but what happens is you go into these in cryotherapy especially, but like you go into these things and you lower your core body temperature, and it's not to really reduce inflammation as much as what it does is it pulls all of the red blood cells from your extremities, because this goes, okay, I'm about to die. Your body thinks, okay, you're about to die. So it hits this, just triggers this reflex that brings all of the blood to your vital organs. So it makes sure your brain is going to be working for as long as possible, your heart's pumping for as long as possible. And then what happens is as soon as you get out, it goes, that's why your fingers go numb first. Your fingers and your toes, that's why like frostbite happens, like the first thing to go are your toes and your fingers. You can live without them. And so you get out of that thing and your body goes, oh shit, I'm alive. And all of that oxygenated, like healthy, like dense red blood cells that were just in there, like holding, they just fill your system. It's the same euphoria that you'll feel if you go diving down really far, like if you're in the ocean.
I've been doing that too.
Deep dives?
Yeah, at the pool.
At the pool, a little bit further than the 8 feet. What happens is, say the pressure puts all that blood into your spleen, and your spleen pushes out oxygenated red blood cells because again it thinks oh shit, we're about to die. All right, so I gotta like figure out how to save the vital organs, and in the event that I end up surviving. So once you get to the surface, or once you get to the out of the cold water or whatever it is, you're like, oh, I'm alive, and then all that blood is now flowing through your system. So you got yeah, and then it also helps the healing process, right? Because you're getting all of that. The red blood cells are what's going to help cure and heal, and like that's why ice on the knees is so important, because you can't. There's no blood flow in your knees, and that's why they also like knees don't heal very well because there's no blood flow. So you got to like try to. It's not traumatizing to the body. It only sounds is the key word.
I go to the chiropractor as well. I feel like that's like super important, especially for like snake players.
Snake back, dude. You got
snake back.
You got it.
For sure.
You got to try to figure out a way to help the snake back. You got to help that snake back. X-Ball is commenting in here as well. Who would be, if you were to be on an all-star team? It's you plus 4. Who are your four guys?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Who am I? Just overall?
Yeah.
In general?
Yeah.
Ooh, let me go. Malloy, Greenspan, Marcelo. D side.
2. That's a solid one.
Oh. I'm gonna go. Damn, that's a hard question.
Dude, who's your?
Harmon?
Who's
Tyler Harmon?
Dude? T-Harm.
Team Harm. I'm gonna go Team Harm.
That is a solid.
We could go and we could come back. I feel like
That's
that's
a
a question
solid
too.
lineup.
You could sit for like 5 minutes and then it might be like, oh wait, yeah.
Dude, Tyler playing the number 1 as the Doritos is nasty.
Yeah.
He's like, it's like. That's
Well,
a
let me
that's
see
a
again. So we
that
got
was
you.
Malloy, Greenspan, Marcelo, and T Harm. That's a good one. You could put Yarber in up in the front. I mean, Malloy is the backup on the snake side for you. Sick.
I feel like when J-Rab's on, he could be up
J-Rab
on
could
a good,
be that guy
5
back
on
there.
that.
I mean, Archie.
Back, man. He's a dog.
I'd put Archie Montemayor in there
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, Archie
over
would be.
me
Yeah.
for sure. For sure. Oh, there's Dalton. How about healthy
about to
healthy
say
Dalton? Healthy. How about a healthy Dalton? How about with all of his
That's
limbs
what I was
attached
thinking,
to
That's
him?
why I didn't pick him though.
Oh damn! Yeah, Dalton's made of paper these days. he's made a balsa
getting
wood.
paper?
Yeah, he's made of paper. That he's just his body is held together by all the cash that he's been getting paid.
Stop hitting the weights.
It's right, dude. Nobody knows. The best way to do it is just work your biceps, do some crunches, and eat well. You gotta look good on the
That's another
beach.
thing too. I try not to overdo the weights either. Like I don't want to be too fucking muscular for no reason. I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't take that much to hold a gun.
Once you already locked down with a babe and you got the kids, like you gotta look good enough.
Yeah, I'll keep the abs.
You gotta keep the abs. Don't ever get rid of the abs,
Gotta
right,
keep
Kyle?
the abs.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get rid of the abs.
If I lose anything else, I gotta keep the abs.
You gotta keep the abs. I feel you there.
Hey, an ABJ and Archie Montemayor collab would be tight.
That's it. The Arch and Arch, A squared. You said you played football.
I played football. I did wrestling. I did boxing. Yep.
Oh, don't fuck with Archie.
I did boxing for 3 years. I actually think I'm gonna go back this summer just to stay in shape, just to have some cardio, keep me busy for a little while.
Just shake the brain around a little bit. Make sure.
Brain around a little bit. Not my brain.
I remember Mikey was like,
Not my brain.
Mikey came to practice one day and had a black eye, and I was like, oh, what's going on? He's like, I got punched in the nose and I'm boxing again. I'm like, dude, what? Like,
Damn.
he's like, I just want to stay. He's like, something happened. Like, I kind of looked away and got clocked in the nose. I'm like, what? Why? He's like, yeah, it's fun. I go, like, what? I mean, what about when you get punched? He's like, no, you don't really get punched very much. I'm like, well, you just did, and I mean, I guess that's like, unless you're the guy getting punched, someone's getting punched. Like, if you're boxing, someone's getting punched in the face. Like,
I picked up golf lately too, but
that's fun.
Oh yeah, someone said, "Where's your Titleist hat at?" I think when,
Yeah, I saw
when you
that.
first came on.
yeah, it can be.
How are you at golf?
I'd say the lowest score I got was like a 95.
Okay.
Before I stopped playing, I was kind of fluttering at like 105.
Yeah, triple digits.
What's
There's nothing wrong with
what's a
triple
really
Double
good
digits,
score?
You know, I just started last year in June. So.
digits. Seems like you
What's a
seems
really
like you're
good score?
What's a really good
Like,
score?
what's a
I mean,
perfect-
if you're a perfect score,
Yeah.
Just shooting par 72, right?
72. If you're shooting in the 60s, you're probably on the tour.
Yeah.
56, high 50s. 60s.
How does it work? Like, because they play like 4 rounds, right, at these tournaments.
You
The
play
pro
like one
tournaments?
every day. Yeah,
And it takes your
And you're-
average, or it's your best, or like what? How
It's
does
your
this work?
average.
that's your average.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you have to make the cut on the thing after Saturday's round.
Do you follow golf at all?
I do, yeah.
Our buddy is the guy who just won that recent Open, Xander. You saw that he won that?
Awfully.
Yeah.
Hey. All yeah, Billy Summers is in the comments here. You coach Billy? Wild Bill?
Yeah, I coached Wild Bill. He told me to mention it.
Yeah,
Pretty
dude.
good, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Wild Bill's the man. He is hilarious. He came to a couple of our summer camps. I mean, obviously, you know why we call him Wild Billy.
Yeah.
So what?
They
does that mean?
picked me up.
It's
So
20
negative 21. That's
It's
what.
21 under par.
Oh, okay.
21 under.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're trying to get
You're trying to
most
get
under par.
Yeah, the
out
lowest
of the
score.
4.
Lowest score.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I realized the lowest score.
So the least amount of times that you hit it into the cup.
Marcelo plays golf. Yeah, I heard him talk about it, but never throws out a number. There's a reason he doesn't throw out a number, Bo. Although I guess Marcelo did beat Corey Hall, and
Really?
has never played him again, which is smart. Obviously, we were talking about that. No, Marcelo golfs. He's decent. I'm not good at golf. But I beat Marcelo, so that's all I need to know. That's all everybody needs to know. You know, like.
I'm just trying to drive the ball.
Yeah, Kyle's good at all sorts of weird, just obscure stuff. Parts. I don't understand it either.
Just because I did a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah.
All right.
Who would you say was your mentor, kind of like as you were coming up? Did you have one?
Yeah, Thomas Taylor,
Okay.
Mike Hinman,
Uh-huh.
and I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. Always forgetting somebody.
That's all
That's
right.
pretty much it.
It's
Those
all right.
guys, they looked after me for the whole time. I played for Thomas Taylor in my D4 season for Infamous, or NorCal Infamous at the time, when he was living out here. And then he moved away to Washington.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Portland.
He's up there running a field up there.
Yeah, he moved to Oregon. And then I feel like shit. Mike Himmons, he's a mentor to everybody.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say
Even
that's.
if he doesn't know you from a can of paint, he's still,
I mean, my story was similar to yours too. Like when I first moved out to California, it was for Aftermath, and I lasted like one event. I didn't play a single point. Also, I got yelled at a lot. Then as I was going in, that was like October, like before World Cup, and then I ended up just leaving the team, and I was like, I don't even have a team right now. I might just stop playing paintball, but I love California, so I'm gonna stay out here. And then
Where'd you move from?
I was in Florida playing with Palm Beach Vipers. I went from Gridlock, then I lived in Florida for like a year.
Yeah. Vibes.
We can
the vibes.
we move on from that subject.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle's got some trauma.
Yeah.
Kyle's going to counseling.
We're off subject we're not allowed to talk about, I guess.
You should have just made up another team.
I know, I was thinking that. Or I was just kind of like, we should talk about this, but we're not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, we're not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah. I was just subtly throwing it in there, like, let's talk about it. And then I came out, and Mike was like, yeah, you can play on the semi-pro team, but like, I'm not flying you out there. So I drove out, played World Cup with them, and then in the off season, I was just like not vibing with it. I'm like, I can't do this. So I left the team. I had no team, and I remember I was at Glenn Takamoto's like Super Bowl party in Short, and Brandon were like, why don't you come try out for the Ironman? So I did that. But it's funny, it's a similar thing too, like with you with Aftermath. Now, even though like Mike had our differences, is like been an awesome mentor, and have still like he coached Ironman for like an event or two when I was on the team, and then Diesel recently, and he was been a tremendous help, especially like off the field stuff too. So with WCPPL, we see each other a lot. He's a great person.
Yeah. No, that's that's pretty much it. That's been my mentors for a while, even to this day. You know, Mike Hinman, he'll message me here and there and tell me some shit.
It's nice to get a message from Mike Hinman. I like you have a good event and you get a message from Uncle Mike. You know, you're like, all right, yeah, he's watching. He's still watching on it.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have any issues getting to this next event with the kid on the way?
I'm not gonna make it, but
No, he's not coming.
You're not
to the next
making it,
event,
okay.
no.
No, I told the wife, I told her, I was like, we're probably just going to sit this one out. It's too close to the delivery date. She chose to get induced on Sunday, so that's not even the real delivery date. His delivery day, or due day, is June 16th, on Father's Day. And she tapped out. She was like, I can't do this one. I want him out.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, I'm like, I don't blame you. So I get whatever.
Dude, they do some shout out to the moms out there.
You went to the event, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to the event.
Yeah.
I went to the event.
I forget what they were after.
No, we had our boys in the NICU.
Yeah.
So were they after that?
Oh, in the hospital, you mean?
No, so they weren't. We didn't have them yet, did we?
I don't know.
The boys are preemie?
Yeah, because we had the twins. So they got them out at 35 weeks, 34, 36, something like that. So we had a month. It was nice, dude.
I like how you say they were born in the NICU. Like that's different than the hospital.
It's the hospital. They were born in the hospital. It's like you got to say like they were in the NICU.
Okay.
Well, they were born in the hospital and then they were transferred to the NICU. So they were born in the normal.
That's not the same place.
So it's like it's just a different floor.
They have to get helicoptered over there.
The floor. That'd be cool. Yeah,
we got so it is in the hospital.
For the amount that they bill insurance, we should have got a free fucking helicopter ride somewhere. I would say. I mean, obviously we have insurance, but like, woof. No, it was nice. They came. Everybody was healthy. It was just they were early, so we got a month. Imagine this. We got a month of it, like full 24-hour childcare.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was as good as it gets. We had kids, but like we didn't really have kids. We just got to go in and visit them.
Yeah, you got premium childcare at that.
Premium child. I like that. I love that. The premium.
Could you like get if you like say you got pregnant and then like, can you get if you didn't have health insurance? Would that slide?
Could you sneak it in?
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure.
Like, there's like a checklist,
something condition, pre-existing condition. I don't know. Like it's like if you broke your leg, or if you talk shit to ABJ and he knocks your teeth out, and then you call up and you're like, hey, I need some dental insurance.
Well, speaking of knocking teeth out, and that I think I did that one time and it worked. Like I had to get like 2 or 3 cavities filled, and then I signed up for dental insurance.
You had to wait 6 months.
No, I only had to wait like 2 months or a month.
There we go. All right, working the system.
And then everybody. I shut it right off.
Look at this guy. Yeah.
He said, "Shut it right off."
It's way cheaper.
Yeah. They checked all the cavities. I'm good now.
Yeah.
Oh man. You. Do you get so the transition? You would say from semi-pro to pro. It was just kind of like just really figuring out the speed of the pace of the game. Is that what you say is the biggest one?
Yeah, I think so, because I think semi-pro is a little slower. The lanes are a lot more disciplined. The gaps are a lot more disciplined. The moves aren't as crazy. What I've noticed and what we identify, especially when we played like teams like Houston Heat, if you kill one side, the other side's pretty much marching up the field. Like if we killed
Pressure
Connor Kelly on that side, Tyler Harmon, it was Fedorov and Moorhead coming on that side. Like, they were making that adjustment that much more faster. They made it so fast that we couldn't adjust.
Yeah, and I want everybody to take that, like what he just said is really important, especially if for those of you KB and Lando that are watching this. What he just said is what I preach to you guys all of the time. Like you have to capitalize on the advantage that you have before the other team is able to reset, and that's something that the pro guys and the top level pro guys are able to like really understand like relatively quickly. And as a matter of fact, it's funny you said Moorhead's name in Heat, because our call when it's when we would blow out one side on another team is we would call Moorhead, right? Because and that's basically you got to watch the other side, because it's just like a pressure thing. You put pressure here and you squeeze it, or it's a pimple theory. We changed it to the pimple theory, not because Moorhead has pimples, but because it just gives a little less shine on him. But basically, you would think you're winning a game by like blowing out one side, and here comes Moorhead running down the field, because everybody gets this false sense of security. You're like, oh cool, we're about to win this game. Look, ABJ is coming down the snake side over there where they got killed too, and you're getting bunkered by Moorhead, right? So we had a call specifically for that. It's just basically the pimple theory now, which is like you're squeezing a pimple out one side and it squirts the other way. It's because, and what happens is what teams and players don't understand and realize is like. I'm constantly playing like the odds and the probabilities, right? If I know that I've lost my entire snake side and you are coming down to my side of the field, I'm not going to just turn and try to shoot you somewhere whack-a-mole popping up on my snake. I'm going to exploit the only advantage that I have rather than trying to stave off my disadvantage, right? You capitalize on your advantage. And obviously score and time come into effect, but if it's a 1-1 game or it's 0-0, I'm not waiting for you to like hopefully mess up and me be able to get a miraculous shot. I'm going to come bully the guys in front of me, because a lot of times the guys that are in front of me are watching you guys win it over there and maybe hopefully have a call like, all right, cool, home run, Archie, we're coming down this side, and they see you guys winning and it's kill 2. They shot, 2 of us. They're not expecting me in this onslaught to be starting to bully heads up. And when that happens, they get a little more antsy. So you're playing this probability and these odds factor of like, of all that. So that's a really important like thing that you mentioned that you were able to like understand is like, I think I'm winning. I think I'm in control. And oh shit, I'm not actually in control.
I said that even to my guys, and I was glad they caught you the one time.
Yeah.
It was like the third point we had played you guys. But I was like, Ryan's over there on the Dorito side. We know the snake side is more advantageous, and they're going to come down there. But if we don't shoot Ryan and we start winning over there, be ready for him to come down. And then you ended up doing it at that one point. Luckily, like, Kerrigan turned over because I saw him, like, remember, oh, Ryan's still over there.
Yeah.
If he didn't look, you shoot all three of them.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Nice save.
Yeah.
Hey, can I?
Yeah, go for it. You can say whatever you want.
Dude,
You don't have to ask.
I just wanted you guys' personal thoughts because I know you guys both made Sunday. And going into this event, I wanted to know your honest opinions on how you felt about going into the event, playing on a Thursday, and then having to transition on playing on a Friday.
I did not make the Sunday, believe it or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm so used to you guys making it. I'm sorry.
That was just that was
Thanks. We planned that.
Nice
We
little,
planned that.
That was a nice troll right there. Yeah. Hey Ryan, so how do you transition from this big event that you have on Thursday to try to win the event? Oh shit, you didn't make it? Damn fool.
It's tough because I think, and we've been talking about it as a team, and I've even, like, I talked to Rainey about it a little bit, the field this weekend. It's like, there's, with so much time, it's like you don't also too want to overcomplicate it or overanalyze and then be doing too much, or, there's that fine line because you have to assume that I think that other teams that already played are not going to do the same stuff to a T, or they have numerous weekends to work on it. So it'll be interesting. I think it's like you need to hybrid kind of what was working for you, fine tune that, and then also try to find and incorporate maybe some new things as well, and see if you can blend it together. And I think almost like it'll be interesting because I think that there was a couple of teams that had like perfect records like Ironman and Heat, and then I think there were some teams that also played the field really well, almost perfectly, but maybe had some struggles, but like a Russian Legion, like or Damage, maybe Aftershock to an extent. It's like, where do you go if you're already playing it perfectly? We had struggles, like we got to squeak in, going 2-2, but if you're in that position, you're like, well, we were at the point to where we have a good chance of making it top 4 or winning. Do we try to change anything? Because it's like, so it'll be interesting to see if there's like a huge switch on the way that everything was set up. Like, are those teams like an Ironman and Heat who just dominated through their prelims? Are they still gonna? It's like they have to make a choice. Do we want to have a little bit of dynamic and different play, or do we want to play the same game because it worked and we think we had the field figured out? But the more and more like I've tried to study that field layout, like I don't know how many other things and ways that field can be played.
Yeah.
I think that first
they can do the Malloy, dude.
Yeah.
That's it. You gotta be sharp. I think.
That will probably. Yeah, it's gonna be. You have to be able to like be ready to lose players. I think too. Playing aggressive. I think that first layout though, that Vegas layout could have showed more like, I don't know the word I'm looking for here, but like a different way to play that field. More so.
Oh, if you had more time on the field.
Like if that would have happened the first event, I think, like if we replayed your guys' finals, maybe
something different happens.
Yeah, the gameplay would have been different because I think that field like warranted it. Like the middle was like sometimes not used, then sometimes used. Like I think we if that was played for two events with this much time in between, people would have figured out many different ways to play that layout or the strategy.
Well, question for both of you guys, and Ryan, you can answer it too. How would you feel though, like, going into this event? Do you feel it would be an advantage or more of a disadvantage?
For who?
Because you're kind of playing. You're already. What I mean by that is like you're going into Thursday, you're playing tournament ball, and then you transition. You're already in tournament mode. Do you see that as like an advantage?
So do I think that the teams that are going to be playing on Thursday have an advantage over the teams that are not playing on Thursday?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you get that warm-up game, and I always say it as well, like I really dislike when the schedule puts a team against another. Like we had to play the Ironman, and the Ironman had already got a game under their belt. So Ironman had one win under their belt when we played them. And so they're warmed up, and Dynasty historically loses the first point. If you kind of like, if you're on that Kyrgo site, link down below, and they made a betting line for who's going to score the first point. Like Dynasty should be not favored to score that point. Like we always lose that for whatever reason. And I don't know exactly what it is, but it's historically been since we started, and having a full event under your belt for sure is gonna, like, those top two teams, people are like, oh man, they're gonna be so sore and tired. Like, nah man, they're gonna be fresh. Like adding an extra day is not, it's tough, but it's not really like that bad compared to like an actual full day of practice. I think everybody's just gonna be a little sharper, if anything.
I didn't think about that. That's like
yeah, you get like
you get tournament preparation for the
tournament.
like
we're gonna have a 1 hour Thursday slot, which we won't even. I guess we could technically get one still.
I heard that they're not letting
pros get it, but we're not gonna get it on the new layout. We'll only be able to get like a semi-pro team to practice against or something. On their layout. So it's like we could shoot our guns, but we're not gonna be tournament prepped. You know, we're gonna be watching your guys' event and then sitting there waiting. Right? Sitting there waiting
to walk the field.
They're going to dismantle it, and it's going to be 4 o'clock or whatever, and they're going to be setting up the new field, and we're literally going to be sitting there in anticipation, kind of like getting tired and getting bored. Like if we had the morning division, and I have to sit there and walk the field for 3 or 4 hours because it's a blind layout, that's a mega disadvantage. And it's the same thing. It'll be a disadvantage for, the team that wins is going to be playing in the afternoon, but what's going to be really shitty is if we have morning division, and we have to stay at the field until 7:30 or 8, walking the field, and then have a meeting about it that night and go to bed at 10 or 11 and then have to wake up at 5 or 6 in the morning to play our first match. That's why this whole situation, the way that they're setting this up is such a blunder. Like,
I heard that they were trying to finish those Thursday games by 2.
Right.
Oh shit.
So yeah, it's gonna be a quick turnaround. Supposedly it's like 30 minutes in between games.
Yeah, and then the pro field will be assembled by 4:30 is what they're kind of shooting for. So I don't know. I mean,
I think that's achievable.
Yeah, it's obviously achievable because there's not going to be any, but there's got to be a gap between the semifinals and the finals. That's going to be a couple hours, an hour. Like how much time do teams need?
Well, there's not that much of a gap though.
There has to be. Well,
but there's no other teams.
I know that. Well, they're not going to play anybody else, but yeah. So I don't know. I definitely think it'll be an advantage for a team. They're also going to kind of have that high of like winning, and you just kind of you roll that confidence and everything over there.
Yeah, man. You guys excited? You're gonna make a. Damn, I'm kind of bummed though. You guys got to ESPN coming on.
Oh yeah.
So ESPN's only gonna be highlighting the finals. So you have to make. Yeah, it's a pilot. It's a 23-minute episode of basically the final match.
But is it? Are they gonna do? They're gonna do for Thursday. They're not gonna do Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
For what? Just Friday, right? I mean Sunday.
Just Sunday. They'll be there filming, just kind of like getting.
But they're not. I thought before you were saying you thought they were just going to do the Thursday.
They were talking about only doing ESPN on the Lone Star Open event layout, but they're not going to do that because that's kind of unfair to everybody else. The other 10 teams that didn't have an opportunity to play for that.
I did hear a rumor though that if they do it on the new layout, if for some reason for filming
if the layout sucks, they're going to change it.
They're going to change the layout mid-tournament.
Yeah, they have to.
What?
Yeah. Well, so it's like it's one of those things you can't, because we have, and I don't know if they've actually spoken about that to the teams, but that was what I had mentioned to them. I said you need to be able to carve out some sort of information, like some sort of clause in it saying like, hey guys, if this layout sucks, you guys need to
this way.
You guys need to be okay with us changing the layout, because
I guess if
it's a 1-0, what was that? Florida. Remember the Sunshine State Major
where they put the 2 bunkers like deathly if you would
yeah.
Or there was that
I bet you went
gap in the
flying through there. You go flying through that thing?
I think so.
Yeah, for sure you did.
I did it at least one time, I think.
But if at any tournament they're gonna do it, this, I guess, would be a better one because it's a blind layout, so it's not like you've been practicing on it for a week.
Yeah, but that's the thing about the blind layouts also, though. I mean, we'll get better, but a lot of teams play the blind layout. Like you have a good theory on how to play a blind layout is like you go in there and you try to get as much time on the layout as possible.
You just told them all the secret?
By like...
All right.
By playing a long point. Like, let's get in there, let's play a long point, let's try to, like, little cat and mouse games as you're going up there.
Yeah.
We talked about it. Okay, we're talking about we got the WCPPL blind layout coming out this weekend. That's the
I always say on that first match, you want to play a long game to learn the most you can out of the field versus just, like, blow a team out.
Yeah,
4 or 5-0.
Dan Shelley made another good point. The reason that they shouldn't do it on Thursday is because you need the stands to be full. There needs to be there needs to be people there.
Yeah.
We need to show up. Hopefully they Tom invests in some. We'll put this in a question for next week. I'm gonna write it down. Invest in bigger grandstands.
I thought you were gonna say AI fans to sit in there.
Yeah, well, I was trying to figure out why didn't they. I kind of like how they do it at Cup, right? Where I don't like how they have the pits on the ends, but like I like that the stadium goes all the way across.
All the way around both sides, so you get more more fandom.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and that's the crazy thing. Like, right, Vegas had a record. It was the record-setting, groundbreaking event that was a non-World Cup event. They knew that going into the event, and they were like, yeah, the 100-person stands, let's get those. Like, why not? You got to be like, hey, who sells grandstands? Get these fuckers over here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a blunder.
I'm interested to see how ESPN's actually going to film it. Like, I'm sure they had to have studied some type of film from Go Sports, right? Like, are they going to give us some other type of unique angles, or is the camera quality going to be better? Like,
so the camera quality is good, and maybe that's another reason they're doing Atlantic City. So the biggest problem that affects the webcast, and look, they're going to be. This is all post production, right? So Darren and Matt, Darren and the Go Sports guys do a really good job. And the cameras that they have are high-end cameras. The problem that we're experiencing with the feed, very similar to us. Like, we got a 4K camera here, right? We got a 4K camera right here.
That's a 4K camera?
These are 4Ks, baby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got lots of Ks. About 4 of them. That's 4,000 of something. So we've got 4,000 Ps, basically, going on here. And what happens is when you've got a router from 2016, when ABJ went semi D4, was in D4, is up there, that's bouncing off another one, goes over here, that bounces over here. We got 4 devices all sopping up Wi-Fi. I got my daughter watching 2 different Netflix programs on 2 different TVs. Camille's using the microwave. Who knows what's going on in there? So, like, you just got all this interference, right? And so, like, the Philadelphia event in particular, I think he's got like to get cell signal, he's got like literally a backpack full of cell phones, all like sitting up on this antenna, sopping in as much of this internet hub that's like in the barn on the other side of the field where the other Wi-Fi router is. So it's like there's a lot that's going there that affects the feed. That's why like our feed will go down. And I'm playing one other thing. We got a 0.8% frame drop going on here. I don't even know how to read any of that stuff, but at the end of the day, ESPN's going to come with the heavy guns. They're going to have their real cameras. They're going to be an ESPN commentator up in the booth with Maddie. It's all going to be post-production, so they're going to be able to get the best clips out of there. And then they'll pull all of Maddie and whoever is commentating it, they'll pull all of their audio and then overlap it there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Archie,
it's going to be a solid production.
You do some coaching? I thought someone said
I just
best
started,
coach in NorCal.
Yeah, with Wild Bill Summers.
Wild Bill.
Yeah.
There's this team called Passionately Rough. Shout out to them.
Passionately Rough.
Are, baby. Passionately Rough. Yeah, I got my boys, Vic, Damien, all those guys, Dustin, Guillermo.
All right.
Good guys, man. Levi. They're solid. We played some CEPLs at Dave Baines over at his field. We took 2 back-to-back second places. Not too happy about that, but it's a lot better than we were last year.
Nice.
I mean, I coached my first event last year, and I think we took like 18th, and then never heard from those guys again. Got my feelings hurt. I was like, damn, well, my coaching career was short. And ironically, those guys called me back, and we took 2 back-to-back second places.
Nice. You feel like it's helping your personal game too, doing that?
Definitely, it's giving me I wouldn't say like like dramatic difference of like I see anything. It just gives me a different outlook of how to manage certain things. I'm like, okay, this is what a coach goes through. Like, all right, I have to give these certain guys, you know, a spin. This guy, I have to learn strengths of different players and what they can do and what they can't do, and then apply it. You know, my coaching style is a little bit more tailored to how I play, which is pretty aggressive and wild sometimes.
Oh yeah,
and that's kind of how D4 and D5 is.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of just fuck it, just throw missiles everywhere. Something's bound to blow up. And yeah, so I've been with those guys since the beginning of the season, and hopefully right out to the end of the season. I think they want to play like either World Cup or a WCPPL before the year ends. So hopefully we can get there.
I saw on your history of teams on paintball leagues, you play with the Lords. I wonder if it's the same Lords. Was it?
No, it's not the same
gold
squad. It was kind of like a throw together World Cup one year. I think it was a COVID year. That was the year that Dynasty won in that overtime point with the X Factor. I remember because I watched it. I was sitting on top of the gate and I didn't pay for my ticket, so I just sat on top of the gate at the end. I think it was.
Now you got that wristband, dude. Now you got that. Now you made it to the top. Now you got a wristband. Look at us now. We're in the magazines. We got the wristband.
Yeah. I played with I don't think the owner, he didn't know me at all. But my boy Augie, shout out to Augie. He's holding it down right now. But he brought me in. He's like, hey, come play for us for Cup. I was like, all right, cool. I'm not doing shit. Let's go.
Nice.
Didn't do too well, though.
That's all right. Wait, where's Augie from? Is he from Arizona?
No,
same guy?
He's from up here. He's from up north.
Different Augie.
California. But yeah, shout out to Augie.
Give out. Let's get the full rundown of the shout outs. Anybody you want to thank along the way?
First, I want to shout out to all the fans and supporters. Shout out to Mark, the owner, Austin Torres, the whole organization, my teammates. Love every single one of y'all, my family, my girl, my kids. Shout out to our sponsors at Vulcan, giving us the best paint, Virtue, Lux, Max. Hey, Charles is coming up, man. Watch out for Charles. Charles is making some dope jerseys. Got some good products out. Who else? Shout out to my boys back home. Well, shit, I am home. My boys Don, Matt, like I said, I'm making a dream for y'all. Shout out to my boy Pat Rasmussen and all the PR group, Passionately Rough. Shout out to them. Shout out to my mama too.
There we go.
She's the biggest fan.
Shout out to our mom. My mom was literally just poking her nose through the door right here just a little bit ago.
Oh yeah, one more thing too. Shout out to PBU.
There you go.
What's PBU?
Yeah. It's the Black Players Union. It's BPU. I'm sorry. Yeah, but shout out to all my brothers.
Paintball Black Union.
They out there in the game.
Hell yeah.
Diversifying the game, adding some color in the game. You know. Shout out to all my Filipino. If you guys don't know, I'm Black and Filipino.
Okay.
Shout out to all my Filipino teammates.
I saw. Oh, are you on Team Philippines? I saw Ferdinand in here.
Nah, man, they've been trying to get me on the squad for a little while now, but I kind of just been catting off. But I mean,
you need to. It's actually really helped a lot of people's game, and like really helps like in general. Kyle too, and I know B Short had this big epiphany as well. Dude, guesting on teams, like playing on other teams and being like the guy, it puts you in the hot seat, right? Because a lot of times like players, especially like new players or especially players that play up front, you know, they're like, oh well, my voice isn't heard as much, and I don't really want to speak up as much. But you start playing on a semi-pro team, or you guest on the Filipino team, or whatever it might be, you get this like new sense of vision, because you're not always the guy like running up front. Yeah. Sometimes you don't want to be that guy, you know. You don't want to be like, hey, because you know why I don't run up front? I don't trust anybody who's watching this. I don't trust you guys.
Yeah,
like,
you don't play up front with the Narcos.
Yeah, you're like, hey, watch over me. And they're like, they'll look you right in the eyes, and they'll be like, yeah, I got you. And then you're up there and you get bunker, ears ringing.
Like you're behind telling Kyle that there was a guy right next to him, and then he's like rapping. You're like, the guy is get high.
He knew he didn't hear me on that one. No, Kyle did well on that one. I let him down by letting the guy fill out.
Yeah.
But you're like, you got to build that trust. But one of the things it does is it slows the game down, right? It allows you to take a step back, watch everybody else, and be able to be the guy who's putting the pieces of the puzzle together.
Yeah. Hey, one more shout out to the shout out to Bobby Aviles, Bobcat, baby.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey, my long lost brother, he got me out the country for the first time. I never thought I'd be going to Germany and playing across the world, and he got me out my element, and got me to a first place. I got to play with Marcelo and them, which I thought was pretty cool. Coming from where I come from, bro, like, man, this shit is wild. Like, you don't think you're gonna be, traveling the world playing paintball. It's crazy,
Bobby was the first one to get me out there too.
Really?
Yeah,
shit.
my first team in Europe.
Crazy.
Yeah, like 2011, I think. 2012.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool, dude. Like it's I mean, paintball's obviously a really special thing, and obviously if you can be able to leverage it to see and do things that a lot of friends of yours growing up didn't have a chance to do, a lot of things like a lot of people even now like don't have the opportunity to do. It's like such an insane experience, and like you put it really well. It's like you never really expected yourself to be able to do something like that, and out of all things, like paintball is the one that brought you there.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
That's powerful. What do you think? Last question before we kind of let you go, unless you have anything else. What do you think it is, and I mean, what do you think is the best way to get? And it's kind of a play off of what we were talking about last week with the girls playing and stuff like that. What is it to do to like get more people in your position, like more black players, more like people of different ethnicities to like really adapt and adopt the sport and come into the game?
I mean, obviously, like, it goes hand in hand with kind of already what we're doing as players like yourself and players like Spicka. Like, you guys and me create the show. We're able to create the art form of paintball and put it on TV. We're the canvas. We're not the canvas, but the TV's the canvas, and we're the artists, and we're putting the paintbrush to it. And I'm part of the Black Players Union, the group chat, and it makes me so happy to see that like more and more players that look like me come into the game and getting exposure to it and stuff like that. Because like even now it's crazy because I live in Vallejo. And Vallejo's it's a nice place. It's kind of the ghetto. It's kind of the hood. It's a mixture of all kinds of different things. But people like they don't know what this is. So like when I put it on Instagram, I place it all over social media. I try to expand it as much as I can. People of all color, all races, it doesn't matter. Right? But like even reaching out to the inner city and to those guys and letting them know like, hey, this is what it is. Like, I do this. I'm a professional. Like, this is obtainable. This is something that you could do. Like, even if you don't want to become a professional, you just want to do it for fun and stay out of trouble. Because that's kind of what I did, right? Like, it kept me out of trouble a lot. I had my son. I was kind of running wild.
It still keeps me out of trouble.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking around. But, like, it gave me a sense of, like, damn, I need to accomplish something, like something I wanted as a kid, and I need to go get it. So I'm going to go get it. So I stayed disciplined. I stayed on that road. All the hard work, all the dedication. I don't post as much anymore, but like all my workouts, all the things that I needed to do to get to where I'm at, and just being a motivational factor there. I mean, there's so many different ways that you can get it out to everybody. But like I said, we're at the highest level right now, so it's honestly up to us. Like we're the artists. What we put out has to be the best. So like when y'all go out and y'all have the ESPN shit, like make sure you go all out.
Yeah, and I think that's gonna be something that's really important is making sure that everybody is on board with the promotional side of things, right? We want to make sure that we're as dialed in with getting the viewership and whatever it is. So like as much as people kind of throw shade on the NXL and here and there, it's like make sure that when this whole thing with the ESPN side of things comes out, like we showed as much support as absolutely possible.
Yeah.
That's gonna be huge because it's a one show pilot deal.
Yeah.
Tom will talk a little bit more about it next week, so we won't spoil the surprise.
Do you have I was gonna ask like a Monday through Friday job too?
I do, dude. I work for Kaiser Permanente. I've been with them for about 13 years.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
Saw that kporg.org email.
So don't say anything about that insurance fraud we were talking about earlier. Now I see what happened here.
Hey, don't tell them about that thing I was talking about.
The dental thing.
Just in case I get...
Yeah. I'm going to call you after the show if you can help me out with some dental.
I need to get ready to push play on a healthcare plan.
But just for like a half a year. Just a half a year. You didn't go to Europe, did you? Obviously, you
dude,
to manage work.
I would have went to Portugal, man. That would have been the move, dog.
Yeah.
That shit looked fun as hell. Did y'all go?
I didn't, no.
No, that one
after
looked,
COVID,
that
I feel like we
was
took
epic.
a little bit of a hiatus.
Is it in
next one's
Germany?
in London, or is the next one in Paris? I don't know.
Yeah, I thought the last one was in Paris.
One of them was in Paris. I know that. I gave up after COVID and the 3 kids. I gave up. I gave up.
Hey, that's another goal of mine too, man. I gotta make that. I gotta
that
make
USA squad.
I gotta make Team USA, man.
I can see it. I
think you just gotta go out there.
No, this one's like set. It's like they're getting a lot more. It used to be if you're just like we just need warm bodies, kinda.
At an interview.
I'll get on there one day.
You'll get on there. I mean, like if you showed interest in being on there this year and you could get out there, I'm sure that prior to like right now, you probably could have been.
Is that the next one?
The next one's in Paris. Yeah, this year. But there's gonna be another one next year.
Get you on next year. With Mouse. I might have already told you this, but I forgot. Ryan Gray was like talking to him. He's like, I'm going to Nations Cup to play for Team USA. It's like, yeah, damn. You ever been to France, Paris? And we laughed because that's like the one place we've been to the most.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick before we go, I'm going to shout out to my teammates. I get a lot of the limelight on me, but honestly, like those guys get kind of overshadowed a lot, especially like Marky, Zach. Those 2 dudes right there are some elite shooters off the break, dude. They make my job so much easier when I get in the snake, bro. Like whether it's shooting the home guy out or shooting the snake guy out, it just makes it so much more easier for me. And then just bringing Zach on was a huge addition, bro. Like he's a great teammate, dude. He takes care of me. He invited me to his house. And, like, he didn't know me from a can of paint. And I was just like, all right, well, this is my new teammate. Fuck it. Like, we're kicking it. I'm all chilling in his family's house and shit. And, Marky and his family, Mark, those guys been taking care of me a lot. So shout out to them, Shout out to Ty Bateman, my counterpart on the D side. We call ourselves the Playmakers. Shout out to Poland, too, man. I got Pasternak on the team. And, all my boys back home in Austin.
Oh yeah!
I think my boy MJ is on the podcast right now.
Yeah, you got it. I mean, it's
Mark Franz is in here right now. Yeah,
Mark Franz, baby.
Yeah. White smoke. Raiders. You a Raider fan?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Did they just do you dirty, or are you still a fan?
Oh yeah, even if they can move to Africa, I'm still a fan.
What about the A's?
Nah, they booty.
They booty.
I'm a Giants fan. I like the Giants.
Okay.
Because I like going to the Giants games.
Okay. All right. I'd say Giants over A's also.
How'd you get?
I don't really watch baseball though. Like
baseball's lame, dude. Baseball's so boring.
I had to support anybody.
Yeah, as you say that as you're wearing a Yankees hat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this NBA Finals though. It should be really good.
Yeah, it's good to see 2 different teams. Like finally,
yeah.
Like, it ain't the same shit no more.
Yeah.
But I think Boston might get it just because they lost it to Golden State the other year.
Yeah.
Boston again? Who's the other team that's in it?
Mavericks
I wanted
with
Dallas
Kyrie and Luka. It's going to be a good finals.
Kyrie is on the Mavericks?
Yeah.
Wasn't he on Boston?
Yeah. That's why it's going to be
Isn't Kyrie lame?
No, Kyrie's nasty.
Yeah, but he's good, but isn't he kind of like no one really likes? He's kind of like a
No, he just speaks out. Nobody likes people that speak out.
Oh. I don't mind that.
My bad. I said Dallas. I meant Minnesota. I wanted Minnesota to win.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been cool to see.
That would have been crazy.
Anthony Edwards was going crazy the whole time.
Anthony Edwards is a dog. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, the guy with the big old eyebrows.
I don't know about that.
It looks like if you're a kid and you're like, hey, can you draw these birds?
Are you thinking of
and you draw like the birds like this, and it looks like
he's talking about
like his eyebrows.
I don't know. I can't on the Lakers. That's who he's talking about.
Oh, he's talking about bro that just breaks down. What's his name?
I don't know, but his eyebrows are like, I mean, no joke.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Yeah, it would be like if you took Tyler Harmon's 2 eyebrows, and you put them
Doubled.
together, but then put them on one side of your face, and then double that and put it on the other side of your face. That's what that dude's eyebrows look like.
That's another boy. That's another dude who'd be locked in.
Yeah.
You gotta keep him on the All-Star roster for sure.
For sure, right?
For sure.
I was gonna ask one last question too. How'd you get connected with to play on Notorious? How did that all go about?
Bro, crazy guys, a crazy quest, right? So I'm playing with Excessive Semi-Pro. We're not doing too good. I think we take like 2 back-to-back or 3 back-to-back last places. And we're not doing too good. Team's not really taking it too serious. So Junior Brown he pulls the plug. He's like, all right, I had enough. So the team kind of like disbands. Everyone's like pretty much just free agents. And I was like, all right, I'm kind of in the mindset like, oh shit, I'm probably just going to take the rest of the season off or just have fun, do whatever. And then I forgot that the local NXL was coming to Sacramento. And I was looking at some of the rosters, and I was like, okay, this roster's cool. But there's only like 5 teams in semi-pro, but every team was a hitter. And I saw the Notorious roster, and I was looking through it, and I was like, they only have like 5 guys. And I happen to know one of the guys that were on there, Josh Batch, my boy. I played with him on a gray area. Well, I didn't play with him, but we were part of his camp, him and Ryan Podesta. And I hit him up. He connected me to Mark. And Mark was kind of on the fence. You know, he didn't really know me. He kind of just looked at my resume and was like, oh, he played Europe and got a first place. Like, he seems okay. You know, he didn't really know me too well. And then Josh Bass just kind of, you know, kept telling him about me. And then they actually came down to come play at WCPPL I want to say the week before or 2 weeks before the NXL event. And Josh surprisingly didn't do too well. And Mark ended up letting him go. And Mark calls me, I think that week, and he's like, oh, he's asking me a bunch of questions. We're on the phone for probably about like 3 hours. It was like fucking midnight. I can remember. And he's like, all right, dude, just come down, come try out. Let's see what you got. I go out, I go try out. I do pretty well, make the team. We go play the event. I do pretty well. Ryan Gray likes the way that I play, and Mark liked the way I play too. So they were like, "Dude, we need to keep this guy. Like, if we don't keep him, like, he's gonna go somewhere else, and you're never gonna see him again."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they gave me an opportunity and a platform, and I was like, "All right, fuck it, like, let's go play." So we ended up going playing, and I made the team. I told him I'm gonna rock with them. I didn't make the World Cup though because I had to make an Italy trip that I already had paid for, and I was like, "Fuck, I can't do both. I can't do Italy and that." But if I had to do it all over again, I'd still pick Italy.
That's all right. That's all right.
That's how dope it was, bro. But we ended up taking a second in Chicago, the event before World Cup. And yeah, man, it's been history ever since. I stuck around with those guys. They believed in me. Showed nothing but love. Been treating me well, and I'm still here, baby. I'm still here. I'm still rocking.
Oh yeah, you are. I don't think aside from taking an event off, which is totally fine. Blake, Chris took an event off for their kids.
Dude,
You're just resting.
Yeah,
just incubating.
Yeah, but it's a long
It's
gap.
tough. It's a big gap. This is the big gap.
Oh,
this is
man,
the big gap.
It's breaking my heart.
I
As much as
know.
I want to play this event. I want to so bad, but baby boy will be here on Sunday.
There you go. Well, congrats on that, dude.
Yeah,
That's a big one,
brother.
dude. And congrats on everything you've been able to achieve. I know it seems like it's been a long time, but I mean, you've definitely been like I said in the beginning, like a household name already in paintball. Like every single person showed up. People showed up for you this show. I anticipate a lot more people watching this throughout the week just to kind of get to know you a little bit more. And I think I'm glad I got to get to know you a little bit more as well. It's definitely a really cool story. Absolutely, you got to take over the moniker of Ghetto Superstar. Snatch that from Angel. I've got his Hall of Icons jacket right here.
Dude, hey, do you know where he is?
No, he's in the ether, dude. He's in the trees.
Yeah, we'll try to get his address. You can go knock on his door.
Yeah, if you can,
See how it
That's
works.
what I heard.
I think his parents might still live in Vallejo, so maybe.
Bro, I gotta snag a jersey from him, man.
I know, dude. Yeah.
I got to.
That's awesome, dude. I did not know that you were from Vallejo. I thought you were from like Modesto or somewhere closer up by.
Oh no, man.
Well, I mean, is it like sorry? I just figured like Excessive was from out there by Junior's Field, you know?
No, I was just out there actually the other on Sunday. It was like an hour and 45-minute drive for me.
Yeah. Okay.
It's pretty deep out there, bro.
It's deep out there.
Yeah, I want to say thank you guys, man. It's been an honor. It's been a blessing to definitely be on the show.
Awesome.
Like I said, these dreams are crazy, man. And they're coming to fruition. It's coming true. I'm living in the moment right now.
Oh yeah, excited for what you got going forward too, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Congrats, man. Again,
Right,
thank
bro.
you for making time for us. ABJ.
Appreciate
Later,
y'all.
Arch.
Thank you.
Sick.
All right.
Oh yeah. All right. Dude,
Nice.
awesome story. Epic.
Yeah, that's good.
What a guy.
Good guess.
Cool story, dude.
Yeah.
I love stories like that, man.
Yeah.
That's such a rad
Humble, driven.
super important to have guys like that. And I'm really happy or excited to hear that he has a really good work ethic. I know Sal was commenting in there. Junior from BFP Gear was commenting in there. A handful of guys are like, dude, he works harder. That's just straight up what it is.
Yeah.
You know, so excellent, dude. Killer. Let's do this. Let's spin a wheel here. I did the wheel for all members. We got a couple winners that I put in there in the chat. Dub Nasty, NY Fearful, they're crushing it. NY Fearful is always winning. B Gravy. Remember, I need your guys' addresses if I don't have them already. Make sure I get those. You guys all won Matrix Gear Spick and Span shirts. I know that Doc just got his. He's stoked on it. And I see Quinn from Iconic wearing his. Charissa's always wearing hers. Show up at the event with it. We appreciate the support. Gen X water bottle going to Justin Burrows. This one's already signed. You're going to get this GXG water bottle. A little extra prize inside.
Nice.
It is a barrel condom. And yeah, everybody's also going to get a little NECTR puck in there. They hooked it up. You see this, by the way?
I saw the picture.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on. You ready for this?
Whoa. Dang.
Dude, we are pucked up right
Loaded.
now. Well, I don't want to spill all these stickers, but we're loaded with the fruit flavors.
Damn.
Here you go. You want some apple? Take some
Yep.
apple home. Take some apple home. You win. You get some
Oh,
apple.
thanks.
So shout out to those boys. Also, I got my NECTR gun coming this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Sick. And it could be yours at the end of the season. Stay tuned for how you're going to be able to do that. It's annual Spick and Span charity. Sorry, there's a big one that flew in. Like a pterodactyl just flew in the window. I just had to drop my.
They're being smart. They're just flying like right out of our reach.
They know. Yeah, they know it's hunting season. All right, spinning the wheel. Mega support status members. We appreciate your support. If you're on this list, you are the top tier member. We're giving out the biggest prizes for you guys. Let's go Tiger Wear band right here. Jay LeBlanc. Jay LeBlanc.
Then we can maybe. I have a bunch of previews of all this new stuff.
Send it to the comp right now. Just airdrop us because we've got a Gen X pod caddy going out next to the mega support status members.
I got probably one of our biggest releases.
Eric Bays, yeah,
of all time.
Eric Bays winning that GXG. And next up, just for having ABJ on the horn, releasing the Signature Series jerseys. Let me get these things up here one more time, real quickly. Image, boom, browse. We got this one has already dropped. This is available here at bfpgear.com. There's a link down below. You can click that. I'm about to give you guys $50 off BFP Gear on the site. Did you sign it? You send it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, there it is. Accept.
Yeah, this is probably the most,
Mr.
the biggest
Thompson.
bulk of what we've ever done. I've been working on this for the last month.
Mr. Thomas E. Oops. There you are. Why is it reversed? Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe because when you put it too far over there, maybe it got. There we go.
Oops, that wasn't it. Where is it? I did it. I for sure did that. Womp. Hey! There we go. Remember when I said I was technically savvy?
Fix it.
I was joking. Clearly, I was joking. Okay, let's get. That's $50. BFP Gear.
Nice.
Thank you, Junior.
That's
Thank
huge.
you. And that's actually thanks to, in part as well, to ABJ, because he was on the show. Because he was on the show, we got some freebies. All right. We're dropping some TIGER wear.
Yeah,
so we've got 4.
Four.
We got 4
pictures
okay,
there.
so I'm going to do this differently.
First time introducing some women's apparel now.
Okay, image slideshow. Let's go here.
I haven't exactly figured out how I want to roll this out, but I'm going to start to roll it out probably by Friday. Pre-selling some of it, but there's like, I don't know, 15 to 20 new items that we're going to be dropping within the next few weeks.
All right. We are adding. Keep talking. 1, 2, 3, 4.
But yeah, a lot of it's probably going to be on the site for pre-sale, which will be a lower price than...
Oh, we're doing the long fade here.
No. It's actually not too bad, but...
Just cut. There we go.
There you go.
Oh.
That's fast.
We're good. We gotta change the timing here. Time between slides. 1 second. No. Let's do 5 seconds.
I think that's milliseconds, no?
5,000 milliseconds.
Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, millisecs. Okay, we got a thin one here. So we got to the women's gear. Who's this girl? AI?
Yeah,
AI. Okay.
Yeah.
Same girl? AI?
Some more,
AI comes with the tattoos?
Yeah, you can get whatever you want. I'm pretty sure I heard some funny thing on the AI podcast the other day.
All right, we'll keep it at that. So when is this dropping?
Some of it's probably going to be released Friday for pre-sale. And then going to try to have some of it at Atlantic City.
Okay.
We will not be at WC, or myself and Mouse, but we might still have some stuff set up with the TJ Bastards. Go find them. Or Matrix here with Paul. If you're out there, not a whole lot of stuff, but some headbands, maybe just beanies, the neck sleeves, and maybe some older shirt styles. So
we'll have merch. There will be merch. You will be able to score some merch
at WC if you want. Definitely though, some good stuff coming.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, congrats to everybody. Thank you all for sticking around with us the entire time. Congrats to Justin Burrows, Eric Bays, Thomas E., Dub Nasty, NY Fearful, B Gravy, Jay LeBlanc. Congratulations to all of you for sticking around the entire show. Thank you very much for all your support. Thank you to our sponsors, Gen X Global, JT and Core, GG Sports, Matrix Gear, Island Designs, HORMESIS, Tiger Wear, and NECTR Energy Pouches.
Boom.
Did I forget anything? Anybody? I don't know. If I did, I'm really sorry, but we do appreciate your support regardless.
There we go.
Yeah. I think I did it.
Yeah. Did you see Damien made the cover of Vogue?
Did you guys see that Damien made the cover of Fugazi? Yeah. See him over there doing the splits on his tippy toes, trying to get laid off of a lousy ass picture that he sublimated, superimposed, trying to play us for that. Get out of here, Damien.